I'm Christine Lisi. The NBA's Board of Governors approved a vote for the league to explore bids and applicants for expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle. A bidding process expected to generate in the $7 to $10 billion range for each team. And then when added, that would expand the NBA to 32 teams. ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania.
And that's all slated for the when of the Saw, which would be targeted for the 2028-2029 season when both teams, Seattle and Las Vegas, would start play, and they would both be Western Conference teams, and that would mean one of Minnesota or Memphis likely moves to the East.
Baseball is back tonight. Yankees-Giants in the MLB season opener and the debut of San Francisco's Tony Vitello, first person to go from coaching in college to managing in the big leagues without prior professional coaching experience. The Super Bowl champion Seahawks will open the season on Wednesday of Week 1 instead of hosting the usual Thursday night opener. That's because the Rams and 49ers will open their season in Australia in a game that'll be broadcast Thursday night in the U.S. Seattle's Week 1 opponent not yet announced by the league.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen coming up Thursday. The NCAA tournament is back. I'll tell you which higher seed is on upset alert as we head into the Sweet 16. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's rock! Go!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR, presented by Goodwood, Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Cassie Spazzale.
Oh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Muso.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world.
And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. Oh, by the way, it's a hump day.
It's hump day.
Happy Wade Day.
Mike.
Too soon?
What day is it, Mike?
Too soon? Is it too soon?
Hump day.
I don't think it's too soon. Nope.
It's hump day.
In a literal sense, it's too soon.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
But man, is it close.
Hump day.
We got the latest on Will Wade and LSU.
It's hump day.
Meanwhile,
Mike.
Is it-
What day is it, Mike?
Wilson Day.
Hump day.
We lose one Wilson.
It's hump day.
We gain another.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Not sure if you saw, Wilson Alexander's leaving the Advocate.
Hump day.
Wilson Alexander leaving the Advocate. But Zach Wilson coming to the Saints.
It's hump day.
How about that? LSU baseball got a win last night.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Man, it was ugly.
Hump day.
Until it wasn't.
It's hump day.
Talk about that.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Bourbon Dictionary.
Hump day.
Mama Scone.
It's hump day.
Lot to do.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
All right, we got a lot to go. A lot to do, so let's get going here. Let's begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
Man, the LSU basketball program has been relegated to complete and total irrelevance. Apathy has set in among LSU fans. The most surefire way to fix that is hiring Will Wade. And LSU is on a mission to get that done. Now, let me tell you the latest and a little bit of the backstory to catch up, which I think a lot of people know, because a lot of what we're going to talk about shouldn't be a surprise to literally anybody. Because a year ago, like this has been so openly talked about now for a year that it's not like anybody's breaking news on this part of it, okay? A year ago, Governor Jeff Landry, Lee Mallett, who's a Board of Supervisors member at the time, now the chairman of the Board of Supervisors, they were in cahoots. I like that word. You like the word cahoots? I like that word.
That's a very good word.
Cahoots.
Needs to be used more.
They were in cahoots to bring Will Wade from McNeese back to LSU. Deal was in place. Scott Woodward was not on board, nixed it. That is in part, not the entire reason, but in part why Scott Woodward is no longer LSU's athletic director. It's one of the reasons. Got to set up my bottles here. Hang on. Got to set up my bottles. Hang on. I'm going to get going in a second again. Forgot to set up my desk. Had all this stuff here. Just randomly spattered on the desk. Okay. So, a year ago, the governor, Lee Mallett, then board member, now chairman of the board, Lee Mallett, were in cahoots to try to get Will Wade back. Deal was done. It was going to happen. Scott Woodward nixed it. That is in part why Scott Woodward is no longer, not the only reason, but in part why Scott Woodward is no longer the athletic director at LSU. It's one of really three primary reasons. In any event, since then, Wade Roos, president from McNeese, is now the president of the LSU system. The aforementioned Lee Mallett has effectively been, quote unquote, promoted by Governor Landry to the chairman of the LSU board. So you have the governor, the chairman of the LSU board, and the system president, all now in alignment, who want Will Wade back at LSU. We have talked about that before. That is not breaking news. That should be of no surprise to quite literally anyone. The big question all throughout this entire conversation was really twofold. Number one, would LSU spend the money to buy out Matt McMahon and his staff? That number is going to be close to $11 million. You've heard me say it many times that LSU does not have that money. They could go fundraise it. They would throw more dead money onto an already heaping pile of dead money, contracts to pay people not to work. And as you heard from boosters who have openly said it, several of them, that there isn't a strong appetite. And I've had no less than 5 conversations with very prominent boosters who are not interested in helping pay Matt McMahon's buyout. Okay. However, for the opportunity to get Will Wade back at LSU, that was going to generate enough interest. And we did our very informal poll here a couple of weeks ago, and was it 90% of you, maybe more than 90% of y'all, were on board with bringing back Will Wade. I think this is going to unanimously among LSU fans, or almost unanimously, will be met with rousing approval. Okay. Now, it's also fair to mention that a year ago, when Scott Woodward nixed this, Verge Osbury was one of the chief lieutenants and was in line with Scott in not bringing back Will Wade. So if this gets pushed through, it's not Verge Osbury leading that charge. Would he be in line with governor, system president, board president? I mean, he would have to be, right? He would have to fall in line there. But he's not the one leading the charge here. Here's what I was able to find out today. So last night, many people probably saw percolating on social media from the NC State side that some of the reports came like it was becoming very real that Will Wade to LSU is a real thing. Earlier today, we reported this over at LouisianaSports.net. I tweeted it as well. You can follow me on Twitter at Matt Moscona if you don't already. Good luck with the vowels if you don't know them. But that Will Wade met with NC State officials here on Wednesday to discuss those reports. So effectively, NC State media starts percolating out there, popping out there that Will Wade to LSU is a real thing. And so NC State officials meet with Wade and they go, what's going on? First of all, shame on you, NC State officials, for being so blinded to the reality of what was staring you right in the face for so long about this being a very real possibility. So they go meet with Will Wade. As I understand it, coming out of that meeting, Will Wade expressed the real possibility of him returning to LSU. contingent on a few things, which we'll talk about here in a second. I was told NC State is expected to make a very competitive offer for Wade to stay. That should happen within 24 hours. My very strongly held feel, now I'm giving you an opinion, is that I think Will Wade is going to come back to LSU. And I think he'll come back to LSU even accepting less money than he would have made under a new deal at NC State. A huge part of that alignment, and by the way, if and when Will Wade is hired, and he stands at, I want you to remember this, file it away, Muse, clip this, please, write this down and clip it. Will Wade, during his press conference, if he does in fact come back to LSU, will use the word alignment. Governor, chairman of the board, university president, all that. And the very key piece is Heath Schroyer. So we've talked about this as well. Heath Schroyer is the AD at McNeese. He was there, the AD at McNeese. And we've had Heath on the show several times over the years. Met Heath when we did our show in McNeese with our friends from Mockler Beverage a few years ago. Great dude, heavily into basketball as well. And LSU is working to bring Heath Schroyer so Will would have sort of an ally within the athletic administration, if that makes sense. I don't know what the title would be, but effectively Heath would be there within athletic administration helping Will execute whatever the things he would want here at LSU. There's the component of the buyout, which, as you know, is $5 million. If Will Wade were to leave NC State, he would owe NC State $5 million. That number drops by $2 million to $3 million after April 1st, so April 2nd. As I understand it, LSU is content to wait. There's no rush. LSU has a coach. Matt McMahon is LSU's coach. They don't have to rush this by a week. So they'll wait a week to save $2 million. As this continues to ramp up, if it becomes very apparent that Will Wade is going to leave NC State for LSU, NC State could want to move this along more quickly so they can get to hiring a coach. The transfer portal window opens on April the 7th. So as to speed this process along, they could maybe agree to a settlement of that buyout. Let's say instead of paying $5 million and not all the way down to $3 million, LSU pays $4 million. You save $1 million. That could be a way that they go about doing it. So that's contingent of obviously on Will Wade choosing to accept the LSU job if he does, which I believe at this point, and again I said this so many times throughout the Lane Kiffin saga. I'll say it again here, and I say it every time there's a coaching search. Nothing is ever done until the ink is dry. We have quite literally seen coaches do their introductory press conference and then leave. Pat Murphy did that. We came from Alabama to LSU to be the softball coach, then left. Billy Donovan did it with the Orlando Magic. I mean, we've seen this before. So it's never done until it's done. Ink dry, coach at the podium, and even sometimes then it's still not done. But I do believe that at this point, especially if/when LSU announces Heath Schroyer joining the athletic department, that tells you the dominoes have all fallen in place for Will to come back to LSU. Now, when that happens, we'll have all the conversation about what that means, what the ceiling is, why Will would leave, which I think is the biggest question many have. It's a question I had that I asked initially. Why would he leave a place that actually cares about basketball to come to a place that doesn't? And a big part of it, I think, is his people are here. All the people I just mentioned, Wade Roos, potentially Heath Schroyer. He's got a lot of friends here who he still talks to. And I think the other part of it is Will Wade, in the eyes of college basketball, is a villain. He was vilified back in the whole FBI wiretap investigation piece. And this collective group, the LSU fan base, stood in front of him and took those arrows. While he's a villain everywhere else, he's a hero here. And I don't minimize the importance of that one iota. So while there is certainly not unanimous agreement among decision makers from the state level, the university level, the athletic administration, boosters, this is not unanimous agreement, the most influential people, and I'm talking about the governor of this state, the chairman of the board, the president of the university system, they want this, and they're pushing to get their way. And they tried last year, didn't get their way, and there were consequences for people who stood in the way. And they're trying to make it happen now, and they are really close. So, barring Will Wade getting cold feet or NC State coming with some otherworldly type offer, it is certainly trending to where Will Wade is going to be back at LSU. But again, nothing's done until it is, and the biggest hurdle at this point is what does NC State counteroffer? What about the buyout? And, of course, timing. Do you wait till April 1st, or does it happen sooner? If something happens here while we're on air, we'll talk about it. We'll let you know. All right, we are going to go to Lake Charles next. Jim Gazolo covers McNeese Athletics. We'll talk to him about Will, the Heath Schroyer component of it all. We'll do that as we continue. It is After Further Review. Our show Open Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer of your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Tiger baseball got a win last night. Home weekend with Kentucky coming in. You're going to be out at the box. Make sure, whether you're in the box, in the parking lot, tailgating, at your favorite restaurant, watering hole, drink plenty of delicious ice-cold Bud Light. Ask for it by name, and be sure to pick up those officially licensed 16-ounce aluminum bottles and cans with the National Championship logo on it. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR. All right, it's After Further Review. I will head over to Lake Charles next. Here, stick around.
AFR.
GLO, Glow Resources, glowresources.com. Complete employer solutions. There are Glow Resources and glowresources.com. Remember, if you're hiring, you have that job that you need to fill, they specialize in skilled blue-collar labor, but they also, over at Glow, have their professional placement division. So that's any type of office job. They can help you out at Glow Resources. At Glow, they're so confident in their ability to find the right person, the permanent solution for your job, that they guarantee it. They have a 96% success rate. If for whatever reason, Glow Resources hires someone for your business and it doesn't work out, for whatever reason, they will give you a prorated refund or find you a new employee absolutely free. It's Glow Resources. Maximize productivity with the right people and let Glow Resources help. GLO, glowresources.com.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All signs are pointing now that the LSU job is going to be open and they're going to part ways with Matt McMahon. I'm telling you, barring something unforeseen, Will Wade is going to be the next coach of LSU. They are not going to fire Matt McMahon and do a national search. They are firing Matt McMahon to hire Will Wade and getting Heath Schroyer in place, which again, the deal isn't done yet, but they're working to finalize it. Getting that in place is going to give Will Wade the affirmation he needs.
John Rothstein, that was on the Inside College Basketball Now podcast, saying at a national level what I think everybody has been saying. So it's you have two options if you're LSU. You either get Will Wade from NC State or they're running it back with Matt McMahon. But there are conditions that have to fall in line. Jim Gazolo from the American Press there in Lake Charles, good enough to join us for a couple of minutes. Hey, Jim, thanks for the time, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. You don't want to talk about the McNeese tennis or anything?
Respectfully, I'll pass, Jim.
Okay.
I think we got bigger fish to fry. Okay, give me your reaction to all this, if you would.
A year later than I expected. A year later than I wrote. Yeah, I wrote this a year ago that this was going to happen. It was close to happening a year ago, and now it's happening basically on schedule, I would think.
No,
this is not a surprise to me whatsoever.
No, Jim, look, candidly, I know you didn't hear the open of the show, but we have been talking about this for a year, that the governor and Lee Mallett tried to have this all fall in place a year ago. It's a big part of the reason why Scott Woodward isn't at LSU anymore. I think the big question is how it makes a lot of sense, Jim, why Will Wade would leave McNeese for LSU, but why he would leave NC State, which is truly a basketball job for LSU, is a little bit more ambiguous. So take your crack there.
Very simple. This is unfinished business for Will Wade. He wants to prove and finish the job that he started at LSU. He doesn't feel good about the way he went out. He doesn't feel good about some of the things that happened. And I think he just wants to run it back and tell all the people, I was here to win, and I'm here to win again.
What about the Heath Schroyer component of this story?
I don't think it happens without Heath Schroyer. I think they're a package deal. I think they've always been a package deal. It's all because of the fact that they had success here. They trusted each other. Heath went out on a limb. The thing I learned about Will Wade in his time here, which is a completely different Will Wade than the Will Wade that was at LSU, was he understood that the town needed him and he needed the town, and he is appreciative of that. He has set up McNeese for success in the future. I think this is one of the best things that could happen to McNeese because the pipeline is now just 2 hours away. So that's why I thought the setup was always right. And Schroyer is the guy that will have his back. He had his back at his darkest moment, and is back now.
Jim Gazolo is with us from the American Press there in Lake Charles. You mentioned that Will Wade is different now than he was his first go-round at LSU. How?
Well, I think he understands that he was probably a little abrasive to people in the past, that he understands that he got a second chance, and he wants to make the most of it. He talked numerous times about all the things he did here, how hard it was for him to leave here because how the people embraced him. So I think that those are things that make you grow outside of the basketball court. I think he understood that more so now than ever before. And when you talk to him, you can talk to him about a lot of different things. I can give you an example. The night before, he's standing in the court waiting to come on the court for the final game at McNeese. It's Lamar in the title game, and he's throwing up in the back because he's worried that if he loses this game, he can't leave and go to North Carolina State or LSU because the job wasn't complete. He hadn't set McNeese up the way they had set him up. He was very appreciative of that, and I think those are the things he wouldn't have had the previous years.
Let me go back to Heath Schroyer. I met Heath. He's been on the show. I can't say that I know him or know him very well. What can you tell us about him?
He is taken McNeese from the darkest of darks. August 20th or August 26th, 2020, I wrote that McNeese is the worst Division I basketball or worst Division I athletic department in the country because of the hurricanes, because of all the damage. He was an interim AD that had no experience. They were $3 million in debt on an academic probation for football. This was the dumpster fire of dumpster fires. And in 6 years, he has turned it around basically because he is the ideal face for an athletic department and the ideal pitch man for an athletic department. And he combined those two aspects and a belief that he could turn it around and make this something. And he willed it to happen, and he made the really tough decisions, the Will Wade decision being the toughest, to go out on a limb and say, this is what we're going to do and why we're going to do it, and it's going to work. But the biggest thing he did is he got the community to invest emotionally and financially in McNeese. He got $11 million last year in sponsorship and naming rights to facilities. That never happened at McNeese.
Mm. Hey, Jim, why do you suspect Will Wade and Heath Schroyer were a package deal at LSU?
I would say because that there's the trust with Dr. Roos. It's the fit of what they did here together with the growth in attendance, enrollment, with the growth in the way they handled basketball, with the way that they built this thing together as far as financial more than anything else. And it is that component that I think they trust each other. I would say Will maybe doesn't trust all of LSU because of what happened, but he trusts Heath Schroyer.
I think that's a good way to put it. Jim Gazolo is with us from the American Press there in Lake Charles. Let's say hypothetically, Jim, last one for you. Let's say hypothetically that Heath Schroyer does in fact end up at LSU. What does that mean for McNeese athletics?
Well, I think I think in a way it's the best possible scenario because eventually he's going to leave. I mean, that's what mid-majors are, and he's right down the road. He'll have ties to the area, which I think benefits McNeese. It's the best possible scenario unless he were to stay. And you got to assume that people are going to get better chances, better options, make more money, and go. Therefore, the best option is to keep him as close as possible and maybe make McNeese the number 2 school in the state because of the relationship. So I think as long as you have a relationship with what's going on down the road at the big school, it's far better than not having one. And that is, I think, a big plus, just like I think it is a big plus to bring Will Wade back because in today's game, this is the perfect pipeline for somebody at LSU to say, let's get this kid here for a year, have him play at McNeese, bring him over if he's good enough. That's the world we're living in. This is a perfect minor league facility for LSU.
Jim Gazolo from the American Press giving us some perspective there on Heath Schroyer, Will Wade, and everything going on. Jim, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the time.
No problem.
It's After Further Review, brought to you by Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, doors, siding, they do shutters too. Oh, and shades. It's Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. 83 degrees. We're ticking up. Going to be high of 84 tomorrow. Man, actually 85 today. Wow, getting up to 85. You know what that means. Triple-digit temps around the bend. You want to make your home energy efficient to lower your monthly energy bills? You could do that by installing energy-efficient replacement windows from Relief Windows. Measure twice, install once. Windows custom-made for your home. It'll keep your home climate-controlled, keep those costly air leaks out, keep the cool air in, lower your energy bills so your HVAC isn't working overtime. It all works together, and of course, it's going to beautify your home and a lifetime transferable warranty on labor, material, and glass breakage. It's Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Windows, doors, siding, shutters, and shades too. Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. All right, it's after further review. We do appreciate Jim for hanging out with us here for a couple of minutes, giving us some perspective. And, sometimes when people independent of each other I often say, when people independent of each other are telling the same story, that's when you start to look for commonalities and synergies. And as we all know, there's a lot of truth to this story that's been and want to from both sides for a year now. But finding the right time to make those pieces of the puzzle fit together so you can consummate this deal, that has taken time, and it may be now. As I'll say again, nothing is signed, and until the ink is dry, it ain't done. But this feels about as close as it can be without the ink being dry. So if and when the story advances and we learn more, we'll certainly share it with you. All right, it's after further review. Hump Day Show is brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. We're going to knock out a quick break. Do want to talk some LSU baseball in 30 minutes. Tigers beat Louisiana Tech last night. Saints have added Zach Wilson. We'll get to that next hour. Also, let me go around the SEC. Taylor will be here for Bourbon Dictionary. A lot to do, and glad you're hanging out. It's AFR.
AFR.
How much is your home worth? You own your home? You own your own home? How much is it worth? I know how much mine is worth because I use the home value tool at agent225.com. That's Darren James's website, agent225.com, agent225.com. If you want to know what your home is worth, if you're going to sell your home, you need to know what it's worth. And even if you're not selling your home and you're just curious what your home is worth, cool. This is a totally free tool. Just go to agent225.com, agent225.com. Just go scroll down. If you're on the home page, it's right there on the right. If you're on mobile, just scroll down and you'll see where it says home value. Click home value, type in your address, boom, in seconds, it'll use local market data. Like, the national firm doesn't know if there was a new grocery store built next to your neighborhood or if there's been a new neighborhood coming up or a school or something like that. Local data to give you an accurate price. Agent225.com.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
It's not easy to be a champion.
It's built from every swing, pitch, and game all season long. In the grind, the focus,
and in the recovery.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts, provide best-in-class care for our state's world-class athletes. Because it takes a champion to care for champions.
I trust the lake to keep me at my best.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Remember, you can always email us, tweet us, text us, 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. The SEC Gymnastics Awards are out. Congratulations, Kaylin Chio, named the SEC Gymnast of the Year. She was absolutely outstanding. She's in the tops nationally in 3 different events. She's just flatly awesome. I never thought Haley Bryant, who just finished up her eligibility, is the greatest gymnast in LSU history. That's not hyperbole. If you don't watch the sport, that's okay. But she is literally, Haley Bryant, the best gymnast in the history of the program. Kaylin Chio is better as a sophomore than Haley Bryant was as a sophomore. And that's a mouthful. So we might be watching, quite literally here, what ends up being the greatest gymnast in the history of this program. Kalia Leakin was named the co-SEC Specialist of the Year, so congrats to her on that. Let's see. There was another one, I thought. No, I'm sorry. And then the all-SEC gymnasts this year for the Tigers were congratulations to Nina Ballew, Kaylin Chio, Kylie Cohen, Emily Innes, Kalia Lincoln, Connor McLean, Victoria Roberts, and Lexi Zeiss. Those are the ones that made all SEC. So congrats. I tell you, I don't know, Muse, I feel like maybe both Lexi Zeiss and Kaylin Chio got a little AFR karma. They were on the show in Nashville.
That's true. I forgot about that.
I mean, remember we made the trip to the Vanderbilt game with our friends at Our Lady of the Lake, and part of the show, they were NIL athletes. With Our Lady of the Lake, and so they made the trip as well, and so they did meet and greets with LSU fans, and they were our celebrity guest pickers on the show, if you remember.
Yep.
Look, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. I mean, they come on the show, in the ensuing season, Lexi Zeiss is all SEC, and Kaylin Chio is the best gymnast in the SEC, best gymnast in the country, quite honestly. I mean, I don't know, coincidence?
No. I mean, it's a logical explanation. I mean, we all know AFR karma is a real thing.
It's been a real thing in baseball for a long time.
I mean, look it up. Like, it happens.
It's real. Hey, Kaylin Chio, you're welcome.
There you go.
Clip that. Why don't I get an award? Can I get an All-SEC award? I feel like I deserve it.
All-SEC radio host?
All-SEC gymnast. I want an All-SEC gymnastics
award. Oh, you want an All-SEC
award,
gym? Okay. No, I don't think you get that.
I feel like I deserve it.
Well,
I mean, their success is because of me.
Yeah, but you didn't do any gymnastics.
Is there an
right?
assistant coach award that I could get?
There we go. Now you're talking. Assistant coach of the year.
I think I qualify.
Checks in the mail, Jay Clark. What are we doing?
You know who's the assistant coach right now? Haley Bryant.
Yep.
I mean, it could be her because she's greatest gymnast ever.
Yeah. Yeah, it could.
Or maybe me because,
Or maybe you.
I had those two on my show.
AFR karma.
Just saying. We're brought to you by Supper Club. Congrats to them, though. That's awesome. Brought to you by Supper Club, supperclubbtr.com, supperclubbtr.com. Supper Club open Wednesday night. My goodness, get on by. See our friends over at Supper Club. Weather is awesome. Great night to get out, date night, whatever it may be. Got clients in town, want to go close some business. Get on by Supper Club. Don't have a reservation? No worries. Pop on in. Always open seating at the bar. 14 bar stools, 7 bar tables. Pop on in, have dinner at the bar, or maybe you get lucky. Maybe a table in the dining room pops open. No matter what, no matter if you're sitting at the bar table, your private booth, whatever it is, you're going to have the greatest dining experience. At Supper Club, that's what they specialize in. I mean, the food is outstanding. I mean, you're going to have one of a kind, like quite literally for Louisiana, in many cases the country. Like, I mean, we talk about the Omi beef, for example. That's the Japanese Omi beef, which is like the favorite cut from the Emperor of Japan. The farm there is 500 years old. They used to feed this to samurai because they thought it had special powers, like quite literally. You ain't getting Omi beef anywhere else. Certainly not in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. There's only 3 restaurants in America that serve it. You can get it at Supper Club, right there on Perkins Road. SupperClubBTR.com, SupperClubBTR.com. All right, do it every day about this time. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference, the Florida Gators.
John Sumrall, talking to reporters, said he has no idea, quote, no idea, quote, no clue who will be the starting quarterback in 2026. Georgia Tech transfer Aaron Philo is the front runner to be the starter, redshirt sophomore there. Tramel Jones, likely the biggest competition there. Jones appeared in 2 games for the Gators last season.
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Alabama set to hire Trent Simpson from Oklahoma as assistant defensive line coach. Previously worked under Brent Venables at Oklahoma. Now leaving Norman to head his way over to Tuscaloosa. Simpson spent the last 4 seasons at OU3 as a defensive analyst.
The Texas Longhorns.
Sean Miller gave an update on Jordan Pope's status ahead of the Sweet 16, limping at the end of the game. Miller said to the media on Wednesday he's dealing with a lower leg situation. That's a quote. A lower leg. He's got a lower leg. You know that? Lower leg.
It's not as bad as a toe, but a lower leg's definitely a situation.
And it's not just a lower leg.
Yeah.
It's a lower leg situation. Texas and Purdue tip off at 6:10 Central on Thursday.
The Vanderbilt Commodores.
Pitcher Austin Nye will not return this season after suffering an injury. Tim Corbin has declined to go into detail, only that Nye will be sidelined indefinitely. Might be related to a bicep injury that forced him out late February of action. So Nye's absence, significant blow to a pitching staff that really has struggled and had a lot of injuries so far this year. He was sort of one of the more highly regarded 2027 MLB draft arms. So he was a key contributor as a freshman a year ago. Nye out for the season.
The Mississippi State Bulldogs.
And Brian O'Connor updated Ryan McPherson's injury, of course, the starting pitcher there for the Bulldogs. He was diagnosed with a mild forearm strain in the win against Southern Miss back on March 24th. O'Connor said, quote, "It's incredibly highly doubtful." I mean, no one for hyperbole, but incredibly highly doubtful? Incredibly highly doubtful?
Big day for quotes from SEC coaches today, man.
Incredibly highly doubtful. Not just incredibly doubtful. Not just highly doubtful, but incredibly highly doubtful. Might as well just amputate the arm. All right, there you have it. That is around the SEC. Hump Day Show is brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Gents, go get your blood labs drawn. See if you're a candidate for HRT. Change the way you feel forever. YourGoodwood.com. YourGoodwood.com. All right, quick break. Come back. Taylor will be here for Bourbon Dictionary. Got booze questions. Get them in. Email us, tweet us, text us. 225-396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. It's AFR.
After further review.
Okay, y'all, the temps are creeping up now. It is time to call River City's 1 Hour Air to get your preseason AC tune-up. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001. Mention you heard about it on the show. They'll save you $30 for the preseason AC tune-up. Do not. If you can't remember the last time you had an AC tune-up, it's too long because you should do this every year. And it's so beneficial They could potentially diagnose small issues and fix them before they become very big, very expensive issues. It'll make your system more efficient, so it'll save you money on your energy bills throughout the warm weather months. And this is preventative maintenance to extend the life of your unit so you don't have to replace it every so often. River City's 1 Hour Air. Call for your preseason AC tune-up. 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care. Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. They're the gang with the slang.
Keep it 100. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is Bourbon Dictionary with Matt Moscona and Taylor Calandro.
I don't understand.
All right, wrapping up hour number 1. Taylor's here. What up, dude?
I'm here, man. What's up?
What type of beer should we drink to toast the return of Will Wade to Baton Rouge when it happens?
Dude, I hope you're not getting people's hopes up because, this is the best news that I've heard in a long time.
Better than Lane Kiffin coming to Baton Rouge?
I was talking to somebody about this earlier. I love basketball, and I grew up going to basketball games, and it was just fun when he was here.
Yeah.
It's just not fun anymore. It is no longer fun.
No, it is not fun. Not at all.
It's very unfun.
So what would be your celebratory toast if in fact they push this thing across the finish line? Beer, whiskey, good rum. What are you doing?
I would probably. I've been holding on to a 3-ounce sample of the original batch of Jack Daniel's Coy Hill.
Okay.
And I would probably crack that. And I've been waiting for a good time. Even the birth of my last child, I didn't even feel obligated to open it. So.
Well, by the time you get to your third child, is it really as meaningful?
Well, I love him to death. He's great, but no,
Been there, done that.
We're just trying to make it through life now, man.
That's so good.
It's a little different. I know you've only done one, but yeah, it's a little different. Number 3, so
yeah.
I still love him.
Our one was a little atypical as well. So I'm the wrong audience to be any type of gauge on how that may go.
Absolutely. I hear you, man.
Sean asked a question. Asked Taylor, "Are we popping champagne for the general?"
Absolutely, yeah, man. And I was gonna say, I tried something over the weekend that we just put out. That's really nice that I think you would like. It's Old Forester single barrel. Barrel proof rye. It's like 130 proof, but it is fantastic. I know you don't like higher proof stuff, and it is hot. But if there's somebody out there that likes high, well, I'm talking about it's hot. I'm not talking about the proof. It drinks hot, but I love it. It's really nice, like a fruit forward rye that has like the minty quality.
Okay.
Of Willet. But I tried to pour that this week, and I wanted to mention that it's really good. I think it's around $100. So we have a couple at the store, but I tried to pour that this weekend, and I really liked it just because of the proof, and it was a big full flavored rye. Just something I hadn't had in a while, anyway.
I like very much higher proof whiskeys. What I don't like is hot for the sake of being hot.
So this one is kind of hot. It drinks kind of hot, but like that's what I like. I think I've burned my tongue and my taste buds, and that's just what tickles me now. So, anyway.
Well, like if I drink you mentioned Coy Hill, okay? So I have 2 bottles of Jack Daniel's Coy Hill. The first one I got, I think, was 147 proof.
Yeah.
I mean, that's absurd, but it's delicious.
Are they unopened bottles of Coy Hill?
No. I don't have anything unopened.
I was going to come rob you.
Well, I mean, I'll give you samples. I'll share. I don't mind sharing.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
Man. Coy Hill.
I'll share. And then I got it. I'll gladly give you samples. And then I think I got a bottle last year, and I made a trade with Hannagriff because that's what it was. Hannagriff got a stag last year in your raffle, and so I put together a very, very compelling trade package for him, which included the Coy Hill. There was a Coy Hill,
and I remember this, and y'all both got a good bargain out of the deal. So for what y'all wanted, I don't remember the specifics, but whatever.
I think I ended up giving him. There was a client of his who wanted a Michter something or other that I got. It might have been I don't know if it was the Michter's 10. It was
10. Yeah, I think it was 10.
It was a real. I mean, anyway, he got 3-4 really, really good bottles, but I got the best bottle. So it's but I would appreciate that stag more than I think he would have. So that's why he was willing to do it, I think. So it all worked out.
He's a reasonable man. That there's not too many reasonable people in whiskey.
That's true. Okay, give me some beer tips, man. It's crawfish season. What are people drinking out there at the Crawfish Barrels?
I have really been enjoying Parish Pescador. That's like a little Mexican lager they have. It's got lime in it. It's just a really simple, clean lager with lime. I have been drinking the heck out of that beer. We got the new vodka sodas from Abita. They're like High Noons, but they're Abita. I like drinking High Noon for crawfish bowls. And we're getting the new Bloom tomorrow from Parish as well.
Okay.
So that's always a really popular beer when it comes out. So it's one of their better IPAs in my opinion too. So
just gonna say I'm not a big seltzer guy, but I prefer. And it's not just because it's a Mockler product, but I prefer Neutral to High Noon. I think Neutrals are better. Just taste better. Than High Noons.
Me too. I like the Neutrals. I've gotten kind of sick of High Noons, to be honest with you. I really like Happy Dads. Have you tried Happy Dads?
Never had one.
I love Happy Dads. They're really simple and light. I know Mockler's going to hate this, but they're really simple, light seltzers. But anyway,
that's good. Well, I mean, Neutral. Neutral is a, and I'm not a big seltzer guy, but but Erica drinks them, and the Neutral has a lemonade Neutral, and it's so you can get like a peach lemonade flavor. So if you want something that's like delicious and refreshing, that's not a beer, then those are good.
Yeah, those are nice. I mean, I enjoy Neutral. I'd rather drink Neutral over Hot News. So.
All right, Taylor Calandro, Wine and Spirits Director over at Calandro's. We appreciate it, man. We'll do it again next week. Hopefully we're celebrating the General.
God, that would be great. See you, Matt.
All right, man, we'll see. It's after further review. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. I want to remind you right now, for the rest of this month, you got less than a week. 0% for 60 months on a brand new Atlas, 3-row, 7-seater family SUV. 0% for 60 months, 5 years, and $1,000 customer bonus. That's at South Point Volkswagen, Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer. South Point Volkswagen, what's your direction? Hour 2 next.
After further review.
No worries, Muse. I was looking at it. All right, wrapping up hour number 1. We're glad to have you hanging out with us here. We will hit Sports Center coming up, talk a little LSU baseball after their win over Louisiana Tech. Always love telling you about Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU athletics, including the LSU baseball Tigers. Guys like Derek Curiel, Stephen Milam, Chris Stanfield. On the roster of LSU NIL athletes doing deals there with Our Lady of the Lake. And as we often say, trust isn't given, it's earned. LSU baseball, they know what it takes to win championships. Our friends at Our Lady of the Lake, they know what it takes to help you win both on the field and in everyday life. Eric and I, earlier today, we were at Our Lady of the Lake, the Children's Hospital with Drew. Had to see, we had our 6-month checkup with Dr. Shaw, who's Drew's neurologist. Awesome guy, by the way. Great doctor, just a great human. So we trust the lake. With Drew's health care, my own personal health care, you should as well. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together we roar. OLRMC.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned by showing up, putting in the work, the hours that nobody sees. I didn't get here on my own. I trust my coaches to lead, my teammates to step up, and when the game is on the line, Our Lady of the Lake to keep me healthy and on the court. Because it takes a champion to care for a champion. I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. The NBA's Board of Governors approved a vote for the league to explore bids and applicants for expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle. A bidding process expected to generate offers in the $7 to $10 billion range for each team. The NBA is targeting the 2028-2029 season for the two expansion franchises to begin playing. Yankees and Giants kick off the 2026 Major League Baseball season tonight. Max Fried, Logan Webb. Yankees have the second best odds to win the World Series, but their boom or bust lineup, especially outside of Aaron Judge, is a concern, notes ESPN MLB analyst Jessica Mendoza.
And yes, they have Cody Bellinger and Giancarlo Stanton and so many other pieces around him, but it's a lot of swing and miss. And you need guys. I mean, it doesn't have to be your top four guys, but when we talk 6, 7, 8, 9 in that Yankees lineup, they need to be able to manufacture runs, to be able to put the ball in play, get on base, hits, all the things that make you a complete team. And right now, the Yankees, it's a lot of home runs.
Jess on Sportsmanlike. South Florida named College of Charleston's Chris Mack as the new men's basketball coach. He also coached Xavier in Louisville.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen coming up Thursday. The NCAA tournament is back. I'll tell you which higher seed is on upset alert as we head into the Sweet 16. It's on Sportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's rock!
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Yeah! We are back! Give it to me again!
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Cassie Spazzali.
Oh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Muso. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Ross Jackson next hour. In about 15 minutes, I do want to talk about the Saints signing Zach Wilson. It was Nick Underhill who had that report last night. I got some thoughts on it, so we'll get to that. Speaking of last night, LSU baseball beats Louisiana Tech 15-5. If all you did is wake up and looked at that final score and said, piece of cake for the Tigers. Not exactly. Reagan Ricken didn't get out of the first. Tigers found themselves down 2-0. But the thing LSU was able to do in this ball game against Tech is something that really eluded them this past weekend against Oklahoma, and that's hitting the clutch. Now, if we're being very honest, they didn't really hit it all against Oklahoma this past weekend, but when they had opportunities, they failed to come through. The 15 runs LSU scored, I believe 11 of them were with 2 outs, if I charted this correctly. And that's something Jay Johnson, after the game, talked about, was the 2-out production against Tech.
Yeah, it just seemed like we put more good at-bats together. You know, it really started with John and Jake. You know, that 2-out, 2 RBI single to get 2 of those, I think really helped. And then, you know, a sneak play in the game was Omar was down to 2 strikes right after Jake got the 2-strike single and was able to get the ball in play. Their guy had to hurry, ran past it. We got another run and then tacked on 2 more. And so literally just those guys not trying to do too much, you know, getting us 4 right off the go. And it's not complicated. Strikes, infield play, 2-out hitting is going to win and lose games. And we're on the right side of it tonight.
After you got down 2-0 top 1, Pearson came up with 2 on, 2 out, came up with a base knock to tie the game. And that felt big just because, man, it's just the negativity, right? I mean, you lose the weekend Oklahoma. Nobody's feeling good about this team right now. Boom, you get down 2-0 top of the first. Then you have an opportunity there, and Pearson delivered to tie it. Also, top of the second, Plog, who got into a little bit of a jam, came up with a big bases-loaded strikeout, which was nice to see. They used 9 pitchers in the game, so there wasn't a lot to write home about in that instance. Some good moments we'll talk about here in a second. But what he was alluding to there in the second, this sequence really was significant. There's 2 outs, and Jake Brown singles to left field. So you get a 2-out single. And then Brown steals second. Now, in the box score, it says he advanced second on a wild pitch, but really, it was just a dirt ball. And Brown got a great read on the pitch. And he just took off. He recognized it was going to be a dirt ball. It didn't scoot away or anything. He just got a great break and took off and stole second with 2 outs. And then the play that Jay mentioned. Cerna hits a grounder. It goes under the second baseman's glove, and Brown scores from second. And just like that, you got a lead. And then there's a wild pitch. Derek Curiel draws a walk. Pearson gets hit by a pitch. Braun walks with the bases loaded. And all of a sudden now, there's a wild pitch with the bases loaded and run scores. And now all of a sudden you look up and it's 7-2. When it was 2-2 and you had nobody on and 2 outs, but Brown with the single and the heads-up steal, those are the types of moments that can, when you put pressure on another team, that can cause the dam to break a little bit. So you saw that against a lesser team. The other giant part of this ball game was York, who we have been waiting to break out, and maybe finally that happened last night.
3-2 pitch, runners going, and York going to find his second round tripper of the night. Heads towards the auxiliary board in right center field, an absolute no-doubter. Home run number 6, a 3-run bomb.
It had been about a month, but York hits 2 homers in the ball game. That was great to see. Afterwards, Jay Johnson on Zach York's night.
I'm proud of him, for persevering and sticking through it with failure. And, he hasn't stopped working, and he's remained engaged in what he needs to do. And, I heard a quote from, I think it was Derek Jeter the other day. It's like, baseball will humble you, or has humbled you, or will humble you. And, we've had a few guys going through that, him certainly one of them. But I'm proud of his response, and hopefully the start of good things to come for him.
I'm a big believer in, if you're going to criticize when it's warranted, you have to give credit when it's due. And one of the things we've talked about here is that these transfers have struggled. York, Caraway, Simpson, Dardar, guys you were counting on to play big roles on this team that have really struggled throughout this stretch. Well, York, after an 0-for-4 with 4 strikeouts performance on Friday, gets benched Saturday, back in the lineup, hits 2 homers. He also walked, which I love to see. When York's at his best, he's using his best tool, which is his plate discipline. Wait for your pitch, man. You don't have to press. He also put a great swing on a ball as a fly out to left field, but he put a good swing on it. I also popped up, but it's baseball. That's going to happen. I thought that was very encouraging. Hopefully it goes forward, but it wasn't just York. Caraway also in this ball game had a nice night, had a couple of knocks, was 2 for 5 in the ball game, had a double. By the way, the double, I was listening to the radio broadcast at the time, and said the double was 112 miles an hour off the bat. So, it was a missile down the third base line. It's another guy you really hope you can count on. Caraway, his average is at 265. He's one that scuffled, but if Pearson's going to settle at third and hit, great. Pearson's at 290, by the way. And if Caraway maybe is a guy that's going to shift over and play the right side of the infield and start to hit, great, because you know that potential's there. Caraway's up to 265 after the 2 for 5 night last night. Here was Jay on this recent stretch where Caraway's kind of got it going a little bit offensively.
Swing at the right pitch and shorten the swing so you can get to the right part of the ball to hit the ball hard. I think it's a combination of those two things. Smoked the double. That was great to see. And I actually didn't think he was having a good at-bat in the last at-bat, but he got himself off the mat and got the right pitch and put it in play with 2 strikes and got down the line and picked himself up another hit. So I liked how he competed last weekend. I think the results hopefully can creep to be a little bit better, but baseball is important to him, and he's done a nice job moving around the infield and playing pretty good defense. So I think those are the 2 things I would say on that.
The one other thing that I'll mention offensively, we've talked about it a good bit, is there's so much pressure on your stars to be really good, especially when everyone else isn't producing. Brown has been consistent, but Milam and Curiel have had moments, obviously, this season when they've been down. But in that ball game last night, Milam was 3 for 5 and Curiel was 3 for 4. And I loved they were both 3 for 5, so they combined to go 6 out of 10. And Curiel obviously had 2 doubles in the game. He had the walk-off double at the end of the ball game. But Milam, it was interesting because one of the things we've talked about with Milam this year is he's had some bad baseball fortune. I mean, he has smoked some baseballs that just haven't found grass. The strikeout numbers for Milam are really low. He just hasn't been rewarded a lot for putting the ball in play. Well, last night, he gets a little flare over the shortstop's head, gets over the shortstop in front of the left fielder. That's just some good baseball fortune. It went his way. The hit he had in the 9th was a roller They had shifted the shortstop behind second base. I thought it should have been an error. They gave him a single. Well, okay. Like, you got one there. So it's part of taking 250 at-bats over the course of a year and having some that go your way and some that don't. Maybe some of those breaks are going to start going Stephen Milam's way. They knocked him down into the 7 hole, so you're batting there in the bottom third of the order. Maybe take a little bit of the pressure off of him. Maybe that'll help. I mean, you're 7, 8, 9 were Milam, York, Caraway. You know, 3 guys that you really want to get going. You bury him at the bottom of the lineup, and the 3 of them come up with pretty nice days. Milam was 3 for 5. York was 2 for 4 with a couple of homers, and Caraway was 2 for 5 with a double. So here's hoping that's a sign of good things ahead as the Tigers are welcoming in Kentucky this weekend for a 3-game series at the Box. All right, we're about Rouse's, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Rouse's, this feels like home. Hey, any day or night of the week is an awesome time to get by Rouse's. You can always go make your groceries with 76 locations, Lake Charles to Orange Beach and parts in between. But I'll remind you, all their amazing in-house seafood options as well. They've got their hot and boiled kiosk. So you want fresh, boiled, in-store, head-on Louisiana shrimp. They got those for you, $5.99 a pound. They've got Seafarer crab chunks, the flakes or the sticks, 2 for $6. Bayou Carlin, the char-grilled oyster kit. If you've never tried those, that's awesome. $10.99 for a half dozen. They got wild-caught stone crab claws for $24.99 a pound. Erica loves those, by the way. It's at Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints, Rouse's.com. Rouse's, this feels like home. All right, well, glad to have you hanging out with us here. We are kind of keeping an eye on Wade Watch 2026 as it goes right now. You're always welcome to email me, tweet me, or text me, 225-396-4400, 396-4400. I'm getting a lot of the reaction here. Christian said, Matt, I think Wade can have more success at LSU rather than competing against Duke in North Carolina. I mean, you say that, and yes, they're all 3 on Tobacco Road, but you come to the SEC, and you're in a league that puts 10 teams in the NCAA tournament. So I don't know that I completely jive on that feeling. I mean, NC State's a place that has a bigger basketball budget, puts 19,000 people in their arena, has won a national championship. Like, NC State is a better basketball job. It just might not be, in Will Wade's eyes, the better job for him, if that makes sense. Anyway, as this story develops, we'll certainly continue to talk about it as we get more updates. But if you missed the show open, reported this over at LouisianaSports.net earlier today, as the Will Wade LSU rumors started to grow, Wade earlier today did meet with the NC State brass to kind of get an assessment of where he stands with all the LSU conversation. And as I understand it, NC State is preparing to put together a very significant offer to try to entice Will Wade to stay. It feels like he's already got maybe both feet out the door and has started the journey to Baton Rouge. But like I always say, until the ink is dry on the contract and the coach is at the podium being introduced, it is not done until it's done. But this is in those late stages where LSU's played its hand properly, and it feels like this is something that's going to happen. All right, it's after further review. Something else that's happened, apparently, is the New Orleans Saints are going to sign Zach Wilson to the quarterback room. Got some thoughts on that. We'll do it next. It's AFR.
AFR.
REV. Let's Rev. Let'sRev.com. Let'sRev.com. All over South Louisiana, we are talking about your internet service provider, home automation, security, cable. They can do all of it for you. Telephone, for your home or your business. It's Rev. R-E-V, Let'sRev.com. 70,000 Louisiana home and business owners trust Rev. We, the Mosconas, are in that number. We switched to Rev whenever they laid fiber in our network. So now we have lightning fast speeds up to 5 gigs backed by an all-fiber network. What that means is power goes out or tree falls on a line. You don't have to worry about it because the lines are buried under the ground. And by the way, the Rev crews that buried the cables were awesome. I mean, they dig up your yard and bury wires in there, and you don't even know they were there a day later. It's incredible. It's Rev. Local service for 90 years. R-E-V. Let'sRev.com.
I have no doubt that Our Lady of the Lake will keep me healthy. They make sure to do whatever they can in their power to make sure that we're 100%. They're constantly giving us resources, giving us advice on what to do. I think that just really helps us be the best players that we can be.
At Parrish, we take pride in building roofs that last because championships are built on commitment, not just on the floor or the court, but your home too.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishBuilt.com.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to
River Parish Contractors, they are looking for people. Y'all, if you are interested, you got to get to the website like now. rpcontractors.com, rpcontractors.com. Go to the website. At the top of the page, there's the Apply Now tab. Was talking to Ronnie yesterday evening. They got 4 contracts. They applied for 4. Generally, maybe you hope you land 1 or 2 of those. They landed them all. So at River Parish Contractors, they need people. If you're interested, they want to talk to you, rpcontractors.com. Hit the Apply Now tab at the top of the page, rpcontractors.com. And like we often say, best part about working for River Parish Contractors, work all over the region, but all over the state, you're home at night. You're home at night. You want to be home for dinner, go to your kids' ball games, you can do it. rpcontractors.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
My guy, Craig Dugas. Big morning scone guy. Biggest Will Wade guy I know. I don't know anybody bigger Will Wade fan than Craig. I mean, if you're ranking them, right? You're ranking Will Wade fans here. 1 to 11 bajillion, however many there are. He's like top 1%.
All right. Okay. Yep. There's a lot of Will Wade fans here, man.
This guy, probably bigger than football.
Wow. All right.
So this is just like Christmas Eve for me. Just waiting for Christmas morning to unwrap the gifts and my basketball depression to end. Basketball school again.
Boot up.
Boot up. Jeremy Fall. Where do you give the percentage now with LSU getting Will Wade? I would go 91.8. 91.8%. And I might be underselling it right now. But I've seen things that were done. I've just done this so long. I've seen things that were done in principle that don't get across the finish line. you forget. In these types of things, in this profession where you don't have the luxury of being wrong on things like this, listen, I'm not talking about opinions, or I'm not talking about like who's going to win a game or not. We're all going to be wrong. Okay, look at my bracket. Look at any of our brackets. We pick games wrong all the time, whatever happens. You make predictions, I make predictions. We all see the same thing, we make predictions, whatever. I'm talking about like when you're reporting information. You don't get to be wrong when you sit here. You get to be wrong if you're a guy with a fake name on Twitter, because nobody cares. And I learned. 2007. It's funny how, like, there are things in your professional career that'll stick out that'll remind you. But like 2007, LSU beats Florida in the great game, right, in Tiger Stadium. One Hester's fourth down game, one of the greatest games in the history of that stadium. The next week, LSU played Kentucky. So I, 25-year-old Matt, am over on the Score, 12:10 a.m. Me and Josh Ennis are doing a show, The Fastest Hour. And I brazenly declare there is 0% chance LSU's losing Kentucky. Zero. You're not beating Florida and then going on the road and losing that game. 0% chance they lose to Kentucky. Well, we know what happened. They lost in triple overtime. That was a very good lesson to learn early in life, that you don't speak in absolutes. Always leave yourself some wiggle room there. And I have carried that with me for almost 20 years and will continue to. But I think there's just as we've talked about, the dominoes that needed to fall in place are starting to fall in place. And Will isn't coming without Heath Schroyer being here and LSU's work to get that done. And I don't think there's ever a doubt. It's not like Heath is going to maybe stay at McNeese. That's never a thing. It's if Will is coming, then Heath is coming, but Heath would be the first domino to fall. And as we started to get that word today, those whispers really started getting heavy over the weekend, or late last week and over the weekend. And now it's sort of at a fever pitch. So still got to finish it. But I mean, all the things we talked about with Kiffin, the denials, played the non-denial. This was at the ACC tournament. The non-denial. When Will Wade was asked about the LSU rumors, this is what he said.
Was the job open there? Huh?
Still
No.
not,
So
still
why
not.
would I'm not? Listen, let me be very clear. I'm excited at NC State. I was hired at NC State to do a job. This wasn't going to take 1 year. I've already met with our administration about next year and some of the changes that we need to make and some of the things that we need to do to put this program where it deserves long term. So, look, we're going to win, and we're going to win big at NC State. We have the resources we need. We have what we need, and it's on me and my staff to get the job done. And we're going to work hard, and we're going to have a team next year that's ready to roll.
The old non-denial denial. Very, very similar to what you heard from Lane Kiffin during that whole courtship. In any event. All right, as that develops, we'll keep you posted. Hat tip Nick Underhill on Tuesday night. Nick Underhill tweeted that LSU was adding Zach Wilson to its quarterback room. So New Orleans.football, nice job by Nick having that story last evening. And the addition of Wilson gives you a third quarterback in the room behind Shuck and Spencer Rattler. So if you remember, you had Jake Haener. After the season, Haener wasn't retained. He signed a future reserve contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. So you only have 2 quarterbacks on your roster now with Shuck and Rattler. You're not going into any type of offseason work with 2. You're always going to add somebody. And my preference is a veteran backup. And Wilson, who's been in the league since 2021, certainly qualifies as a veteran backup. But you wonder what the ceiling is there for Zach Wilson with the way that his career has started. Just a little bit of a reminder. So Zach Wilson, he's 26 years old, so he's still a young quarterback. He was the number 2 pick in the 2021 draft by the Jets. He spent 3 seasons in New York with the Jets. Over those 3 seasons, he started 33 games. He threw 23 touchdowns and 25 interceptions. In his starts, he was 12-21. It just was very bad. Jets missed on a quarterback. Shocker. So he leaves New York. They trade him to Denver for a 7th-round pick. So he goes to Denver in 2024 and doesn't play, doesn't take a snap the entire season. Then this year, he spent the season in Miami and played in 4 games, attempting just 11 passes. So in the last 2 years combined in Denver and Miami, he's played in 4 games with 11 pass attempts. He has had a lot of time to sit and watch and think and maybe grow or develop. Now, I think it is important to remember at the season-ending press conference for the Saints, both Mickey Loomis and Kellen Moore were asked the quarterback question. Kellen Moore was asked if they would bring in a veteran backup behind Tyler Shuck.
We feel great about that room. You're always trying to raise the level of a room, trying to get better, trying to improve. I think one guy in that room that kind of lose sight is like Taysom was in that room the entire year. He's been in some of the best quarterback rooms in the entire NFL, and his leadership, what he brought to those guys, even when he's playing his role where he plays every other position, he brought an excellent form of leadership to those guys and experience that they were able to lean into.
Now remember, adding Zach Wilson doesn't replace Taysom because you had a third quarterback. Even when you had Taysom, you still had Haener hanging around while you had Taysom. There's a lot of question about Taysom's future. I believe Taysom will be done. That's just an opinion. I think I share that opinion with many people. The Saints don't seem eager to re-sign him. Kellen Moore never really felt comfortable calling plays for Taysom in the Taysom role. He's not a quarterback. He's not a tight end. You've added a tight end this offseason. I think you've already seen Foster Moreau leave. I think some of that feels pretty obvious. So you had to add a body there. Now, Mickey was asked if they would trade potentially. Now, remember, Kellen Moore said they liked the room. Mickey was asked if they would trade Rattler.
Chris was saying that with Spencer Rattler, because he deserves another opportunity to start. Would you be open to moving in? Did he express an interest in being traded out?
No, we're not anywhere in that. We haven't had any kind of discussions about that.
And so that was January. In January, Mickey was saying there are not any discussions about trading Rattler. So remember, I think what's interesting is you've used a draft pick in each of the last 3 years for a quarterback. Haener, Rattler, Shuck. You finally hit on Shuck, so you know going into the season you've got your starter solidified. I'm good going into the season with Rattler as a backup. I would like to see a more experienced veteran backup than Zach Wilson. Because like we always talk about with the veteran backup, what you want is someone who can keep the train on the tracks if things start to go awry. If your quarterback turns an ankle, has to miss a couple of games, or has to miss a half of football, can your backup go in there and keep the train on the tracks? That's why someone like Joe Flacco, who's a former Super Bowl MVP, is really appealing in that respect. I do love, however, a quarterback with a chip on his shoulder. Mike McDaniel this year in Miami actually talked about watching Zach Wilson going through what he's gone through early in his career and trying to come through that.
There's residuals to people just in general that have gone through things that are very beneficial at the quarterback position or just on a football team. But as a football player, I think he's come close to about as much scrutiny as one could have. Your top 3 draft pick in New York City. But that's what I see is a guy that is playing football with the empowerment of, you know what, I'm strong enough to handle anything. And a guy like that, that's continually working at his craft, who has supreme arm talent, it's cool to watch him grow.
This is Mike McDaniel, of course, no longer with the Miami Dolphins, but talking about what it was like having Zach Wilson there this year. And no one denies the arm talent. I mean, the arm talent he displayed at his pro day is quite literally why he raced up draft boards to be the number 2 overall pick. The other component of this that I do work, and I like a veteran with a chip on their shoulder. It's kind of the convo that we had when the Saints drafted Spencer Rattler. I liked that draft pick when they made it because you're talking about a guy who had this undeniable talent, which made him a 5-star, which made him at one point when he was at Oklahoma a projected number 1 pick. And then, of course, he lost his job to Caleb Williams, and we know the path that he followed. But I loved the fact that you're taking a guy who'd been humbled. Same convo we had with Jameis. Number 1 pick, had never really struggled in sports in his life, goes to Tampa, he gets cut. And then he decides he's going to go sit, humble himself, sit behind Drew Brees, learn from Brees, Peyton, and elevate himself. I loved that approach. Maybe it's a similar thing here with Zach Wilson. I'm not going to bank on it, but one sort of narrative that we have discussed here is you have seen in the last half decade in the NFL a lot of cast-offs, guys who were first-round quarterbacks who didn't make it with the team that drafted them for whatever reason, go other place and have success. You just saw one win the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold just won the Super Bowl in Seattle. Wasn't any good with the Jets. Was on his 5th team. Worked out pretty good in Minnesota, and then they didn't want it. Why? Because they had J.J. McCarthy. Now Minnesota is talking about casting aside J.J. McCarthy, which is hard for me to reconcile because you just had a great case in point of Sam Darnold and what it means to give a quarterback sometimes some leeway. Look at Baker. Baker did an impossibility. He won a playoff game in Cleveland. They still cast him aside. And he goes to Carolina, then the Rams, hits Tampa and wins a couple divisions. At one point this year was a front runner for the MVP. Mac Jones had a good run of success this year at San Francisco when Brock Purdy was injured. I mean, we'll see what happens with guys like Tua and Kyler Murray. But we're seeing this in the NFL, where these guys who are first-round, high draft picks don't have success in the first 3-4 years. They get cast aside by the team that drafted them, and somebody tries to go recoup and refurbish that talented player, and you're seeing examples of that success elsewhere. So, I mean, I could even throw someone like Daniel Jones or Jared Goff in that mix as well. Now, Goff was a trade, but the Rams thought that they had reached their ceiling with Goff. Now, they won a Super Bowl with Stafford. I'm not dismissing that, but I think we would all agree that Goff in Detroit has been outstanding relative to what the expectation was for him in LA with the Rams. So, I don't know. I'm not trying to pump up Zach Wilson. I'm not telling you that he's going to go somewhere or in New Orleans and be a starter and be awesome. I'm just telling you, I like the idea of someone maturing who has great physical ability, who's been humbled, stays with it, and maybe has the opportunity to elevate themselves later in their career. Maybe that's what we'll see here with Zach Wilson. Next opportunity to be in New Orleans. All right, it's After Further Review. Thanks for hanging out with us here. Hump Day shows are brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com. I always tell you with Goodwood, it's actually 3 places in one right there on Drusilla. Goodwood is the men's clinic. Unique Physique, that's the GLP-1, semaglutide, tirzepatide. And then there's Unique Aesthetics and Wellness, where you can do all your aesthetics clinics. So $8 a unit Botox, everyday price. Laser hair removal. Laser body contouring therapies. All those different aesthetics procedures and processes, and HRT for women. Ladies, I would strongly encourage you to go get your blood labs drawn. Got Erica going in a week. And even if you've not learned anything about it, I would so strongly recommend you do a Google search for the benefits of HRT for women. For 2 decades, it was vilified and accused of causing breast cancer. And anyway, there's total new research which basically cast that aside and said that was a fraudulent, flawed argument. And now people are speaking about the benefits of HRT for women as well. So women, go get your levels checked. Men, make sure the women in your life are aware of this opportunity. Yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. All right, it's After Further Review. Let me knock out a quick break. MLB season starts tonight. We'll do our annual MLB picks. We got Tigers and the Pros coming up. We'll keep you updated on the Will Wade situation. Ross Jackson still to come. We got a lot to do. Glad you're here. It's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by the Watermark in the Renaissance. Watermark downtown, Renaissance Southtown, right there on Bluebonnet. Renaissance Baton Rouge is an awesome place, beautiful, sprawling hotel with tens of thousands of square feet of meeting space. It is an awesome space when you go and see their grand ballroom, big enough for 500 people. So you want to have a big gala, a fundraiser, an awards banquet, some type of dance for the sorority, a school function, a wedding reception. Renaissance Baton Rouge is an awesome place to have it. They'll configure their space however they have to meet whatever needs you have for whatever size group. When we had the launch party for LouisianaSports.net, we did it at Renaissance Baton Rouge. there's this area right there between Tallulah and the Terrace, which is their outdoor lounge area. And we had this sort of indoor-outdoor flow. They brought in a portable bar right there set up for our guests. It was awesome. If you need to host an event, call Allison Crump over at Renaissance Baton Rouge. Right there in Bluebonnet, Renaissance Baton Rouge.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
By far the best team in the major leagues right now. Remember, they won the World Series 2 years ago without a rotation, and then they won the World Series last year without a bullpen. Now they fortified both of those positions. Over the last 6 years, this has been a dynasty, and this is the best Dodger team that I've seen in this decade, and anything can happen in baseball, but the Dodgers will open as the prohibitive favorite to win their third straight World Series.
That's Tim Kirchin from ESPN. Major League Baseball season gets underway tonight, Game 1 of 162. It's the Yankees and the Giants opening up tonight out at Oracle in San Francisco. In this game, by the way, it's a good thing I've got Netflix, so yay for me, right? Yep. Did something modern. That's actually not true. I'm on all the apps and everything like that. I'm like a social media. I'm a very, I'm an early adopter on apps and things like that. I just don't consume media.
That's a good way to put it, I guess. Yeah, it's an odd way to put it, but I mean, it's just an odd sentiment. But I mean, no, it's very true.
What do you mean an odd sentiment?
Well, I mean, you're like I'm, an early adapter to all the apps and the technology, but I don't consume the media. Adopter, yes, but I don't consume the media. It's just kind of weird, but I mean, it makes sense. Yes.
I don't consume other people's media.
Yeah.
I create. I don't consume. I mean, it's true.
I know it's true.
Shows all day. But I have Netflix. I told you, I watched the TV show. I watched the show.
Yep. Have you
on
gone
Saturday?
Back?
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
Nope.
You haven't.
Come on. Who you talking
well, you watched like the first 4 episodes.
Great.
So, okay, so you obviously thought it was good. You liked it.
No, I didn't say it was good.
You watched 3 episodes.
So?
Something must have hooked you in it.
It was Saturday night. I had nothing else going on. And I was like, you know what I'll do? I'll turn on Netflix and I'm just going to pick something. And so I picked the Kate Hudson show where she's Jeannie Buss, basically. They're the way.
Okay.
It's called Running Point. Never heard of it. Is it new? Old?
I have no idea. I've never heard of it until you said it. Yeah, I didn't know either.
Yeah, so there's a show on Netflix where Kate Hudson is daughter of a guy that used to own an NBA team, and she ends up taking over. It's basically Jeannie Buss. It's the Lakers. And so I just was like, you know what? Turning this on. Drew was asleep. I don't know. Erica was maybe taking a bath. I don't know. I was like, I'm either going to read a book, go do another podcast, or turn on this show. And so I opened a beer and I did the show. Or I watched the show. And I watched 3 episodes. It was okay. Yeah, it was good.
All right.
I'll probably never watch it again. But I have Netflix.
You have Netflix.
So I can watch an NFL game once a year.
Yep.
And I can watch the Yankees and the Giants tonight.
There you go.
There we go. So this is also Tony V and his tiny little PP. His debut tonight.
It is.
How do we feel about the Giants this year?
I mean, I don't think they're...
Do you know anything about the Giants?
A little bit.
You can say no. It's okay.
Well, no, a little bit. Not a lot. But I don't think they're competing yet for anything. I mean, I think they're a middle of the road team out there in the NL West. And I mean, you're in the division with the Padres and the Dodgers. They're definitely behind that. But I mean, they've got some bats in the lineup, obviously. But it's just Vitello, man.
Tell me some of their bats in the lineup.
Well, one of them is Rafael Devers. I know that, obviously. And, man, he's first baseman now all of a sudden. Anyway, but, I mean, dude, it's Tony V's first year. Like, there's going to be some growing pains. Like, that's the thing.
And his tiny little peepee. Shout out, T-Bob. Okay, give me some music, Muse. Let's pick our division winners. We do this every year. Cassie, you're welcome to pick, too, if you want. Do you want? Nope. I don't blame you. You want to? How about you pick for Paul?
I don't watch MLB.
That's okay. Neither does Paul. Neither does most of the people listening right now. But whenever a new league year starts, we pick our division winners, a World Series winner, or a champion, and then at the end of the season, we go back and look at our picks, and we laugh at ourselves about how bad we are.
Okay.
All right, we'll start. I'm probably going to have to help you, Cassie, because you probably don't know any of the teams in the divisions either.
Probably not.
All right, AL East. You're either going Yankees, Red Sox, Rays, Blue Jays, or Orioles.
I guess we'll go the Yankees.
Yes, Muse.
Yeah, I'm going the Yankees too, man. Cole's back.
Yes,
that's big for them.
Kiss of death for my Yankees. Yeah, I'm going Yankees. Clean sweep. All right, let's go AL Central. Cassie, Tigers, Guardians, White Sox, Royals, or Twins?
The Royals.
Okay. Amuse.
You can never count out the Guardians. I mean, they stormed back last year, but the Tigers have a bad taste in their mouth. Give me Detroit.
Give me Detroit as well. I'm with you. Give me AL. What else do we have to do? AL
West.
AL West. Yeah, sorry. Okay. AL West. Cassie, your options are the A's, the Astros, the Angels, the Mariners, or the Rangers.
I'll go the Astros.
Okay. Muse.
Seattle Mariners.
Seattle. I will stay with you, Muse. I will go Mariners. Okay, to the NL. The NL East. Stupid spam call. NL East. All right, here you go, Cass. You're going Braves, Nationals, Mets, Phillies, or Marlins?
Braves.
I mean, look, if she's picking for Paul, I mean, she nailed it.
There it is.
She nailed that.
Muse.
I'm going to go with the Phillies again, man. Until someone unseats them, I'm going to go with Philadelphia.
I'm an idiot. I'm going to go with the Mets because, as you mentioned, I'm an idiot.
It's a popular pick, though, man.
Central. Cassie. Cubs, Cardinals, Brewers, Pirates, Reds.
I mean, I feel like because I'm on Hunt Show, I have to pick the Cubs.
Okay, that's fair.
Makes sense.
Muse.
Yeah, kind of the same thing in the East. Until someone beats the Brewers, I'm taking the Brewers to win that division.
Okay. I'm with Cassie.
Okay.
Greggy Bomb. Let's
There you go, man.
And then what's the last one we got? NL
West.
West. NL West. NL West, Cassie, you've got here. Well, this should be unanimous. Dodgers. Tony V and his tiny little PP, the Giants. Diamondbacks, Padres, Rockies.
The Dodgers.
She nailed that one, too.
That's a good guess.
Dodgers.
Yeah, Dodgers.
Dodgers. All right, who's winning the AL? Who do you think's going to win the whole American League and go to the World Series?
The Dodgers?
That's the NL.
Oh, that's it.
So your AL picks were the Yankees, the Tigers, and the Astros. Those were your division winners. You don't have to pick a division winner, but that's who you had.
I got the Yankees.
It's a horrible pick, Cassie.
Love that so
it's
much.
a terrible pick.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
That's a great pick, Cassie.
It's just the worst thing
Yep.
ever. Give me the Mariners. I think the Mariners get over the hump this year. They were a couple pitches away last year.
Don't hate it. I'm going with the Yankees.
Homer.
You said it. They got Cole back.
I mean, they did. That's huge, man. Like, that's massive.
I do feel like the ship has sailed, but if you give me Garrett Cole back, yes, I think maybe we'll get back there. All right, NL. Cassie, your NL picks were the Braves, the Cubs, and the Dodgers.
I guess the Dodgers.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, the Dodgers.
They're so stupid. The Dodgers. All right, who's winning the World Series, Cassie? The Yankees or the Dodgers?
The Dodgers.
Okay. Muse?
They're probably going to win it again, but I'm not picking them. Give me the Mariners.
Let's go, Muse.
I'm not picking the freaking Dodgers.
I love that. Going Yankees. And that is a gigantic homer pick.
I was about to say, Cole, you can't you can't beat the allegations on that one.
You can't accuse me of being a homer picking him to win the division. We all picked him to win.
We all picked
him
to win the division.
And I would like to remind you that my Super Bowl was Bengals Bills.
Sounds right.
No, wait, was it Bengals Bills or was it Bengals Ravens? No, wait, it couldn't be. No, it was Bengals. It was Bengals Lions.
Bengals Lions.
Bengals Lions. Yeah.
Yep.
It didn't go well.
Neither of those teams made the playoffs.
On account of a toe.
On account of a toe. Well, at least for the Bengals, it was on account of a toe.
He had a toe.
The Lions lost Ben Johnson,
who didn't have a toe.
He did not have a toe. Got a pretty good offense, though.
And Aaron Glenn.
And they lost Aaron Glenn, too.
But shout out to Shep.
Yeah.
We're brought to you by Parish Restoration, parishrestoration.com. Kill mold, remove odor, other harmful pathogens. Go read some of the reviews about Parish Restoration. It's really cool, man. You'll see people talk about how they were ill in their home, and Parish came in, sprayed their patented non-toxic dry fog to treat that toxic mold or other harmful pathogens, and they went back in and felt like they were in a brand new home. They could live in their home again. ParishRestoration.com. Not only your home, though. Remember, any size commercial building. They have dry fogged homes and commercial buildings up to one of the largest commercial buildings in the state of Louisiana. Schools, hospitals, they can do it all. You want to sanitize your space? Parish Restoration. Go to ParishRestoration.com. ParishRestoration.com. All right, it's after further review. Final break of hour number 2. We'll come back. We used to do Tigers and the Pros. We'll take more of your reaction to the Will Wade conversation coming up in about 15 minutes. Ross Jackson's here next hour. A lot to do. It's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery. Hey, I tell you all the time that if you go to their Facebook page at Clegg's, they do a really awesome job of updating their Facebook every day whenever they get new shipments. And they get new shipments of flowers and plants and trees and shrubs and stuff darn near every single day. Like this was 38 minutes ago. I told you, like 38 minutes ago. This is the Rabbit Eye Blueberry varieties in heavy bloom. You can get them over at Clegg's Nursery right now. You can get there's a picture of it, Cass. They just posted this 38 minutes ago on their Facebook page. So I always encourage you, if you're thinking out of that pop of color, something else that you want to add into your outdoor space, check out the Clegg's Facebook page. You follow their Facebook page. You can see more of everything they have. They have welcome boards to help your outdoor decor. The tropical hibiscus. They can also help you with how you care for those things as well. They're bursting with blooms over at Clegg's Nursery. So buy local, shop local, and tell them Matt sent you. To Clegg's Nursery.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I received at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Wrapping up hour number 2. DJ Thomas, transfer portal bound. No surprise. Expect more of that to come. Right now, Muso Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
Odell Beckham Jr. back to the NFL? Question mark? Maybe. He brought it up at the Fanatics Flag Football Classic, hopeful that him showcasing his ability in that tournament, that event, would hopefully lead to an opportunity this year. Kay Adams asked him specifically about playing for the Giants and rejoining the team that drafted him with Jackson Dart. Beckham said, that sounds great. He's very open to a return to the New York Giants. A few other teams that might be interested in OBJ. Of course, he's 33 years old and has obviously been out of the NFL since 2024 when he played in 9 games with Miami. Story that I've kind of been wanting to get to here and just found difficult to kind of shoehorn in. Austin Nola is back in Major League Baseball, but he's retired from playing. He is now the bullpen coach of the Seattle Mariners. So shout out to Austin, man. First coaching job, and it's with the big club up in Seattle. Of course, he played some of his time with the Mariners. Now will be on staff to coach the bullpen there with Seattle. Man, could be a really good year for them. A lot of NBA action tonight. The one to highlight, though, is Timberwolves Rockets. Reed and Eason against each other.
Should have stayed.
That's Tigers and Pros.
Presented by Shawbills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. Name brand tires at wholesale prices. That's our friends over at Shawbills, where they will sell you the best tires on the road at the cheapest price. I always encourage you, go to the website, hit the promotions tab at the top, see all the specials they have currently, and they will never be beat on price. Remember that. They will never be beat on price. Buy tires at Shawbills. See those tires advertised cheaper somewhere else. They'll refund you 125% of the difference. That's part of the Charlie's Dozen, the Charlie's Guarantee. It's at Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. And got anything going on with your vehicle? They'll help you out. Oil change, tire rotations, brakes squeaking, check engine lights on, need to change those wiper blades. They can do it all at Shawbills. Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com. Shawbills. We keep you rolling. All right, y'all. Glad I wasn't at the parish office today. They did a video where they're asking everybody their walkout song, and then they did a superimposed like costume on everybody for that song.
AFR.
As we wrap up hour number 2, remind you about Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, LMFJ.com, LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Gents, if you're thinking of popping the question, go to Lee Michaels, where they've helped Louisianians get engaged for 40 years. LMFJ.com, LMFJ.com. Remember, Scott goes on these diamond buying trips all over the world, all throughout the year, to bring the best selection back to Louisiana. Lee Michaels Fine. I was looking at the Parish video. LMFJ.com, LMFJ.com. I just got my wires crossed in my brain. So, one of the great things about buying a diamond from Lee Michaels is you know you're going to get the great selection at a great price, and you're never, ever, ever going to see a man-made or lab diamond in the case. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Check them out, LMFJ.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. The NBA's Board of Governors approved a vote for the league to explore bids and applicants for expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle. A bidding process expected to generate in the $7 to $10 billion range for each team. When they're added, the league would expand to 32 teams. ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania.
And that's all slated for the win of the Sol, which would be targeted for the 2028-2029 season when both teams, Seattle and Las Vegas, would start play, and they would both be Western Conference teams, and that would mean one of Minnesota or Memphis likely moves to the East.
Baseball's back tonight. Yankees-Giants in the MLB season opener and the debut of San Francisco's Tony Vitello, first person to go from coaching in college to managing in the big leagues without prior professional coaching experience. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes posted a short video today of himself in a training session where he dropped back and threw the ball. First such footage of him doing so since he had surgery in December to repair the torn ACL and LCL in his left knee. Mahomes has said he plans on playing in Week 1.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
That's right.
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us, AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt.
Shut up, kid. Cassie Spazzali.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Muso.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world.
And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. And oh, by the way, it's a hump day.
It's hump day.
Give me the general.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Is Will Wade coming back to LSU?
Hump day.
Probably.
It's hump day.
Not done.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Not done.
Hump day.
Ink isn't dry.
It's hump day.
Presser hasn't been scheduled.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You know.
Hump day.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it.
Ross Jackson in 15 minutes.
It's hump day.
Zach Wilson for QB1.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Print the shirts.
Hump day.
Oh, did you see the Saints had a dinner with like 15 Ohio State prospects?
It's hump day.
I feel shocked.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Can we get odds on the Saints drafting an Ohio State prospect?
Hump day.
Minus 1,100?
It's hump day.
Minus 25,000?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
What are we thinking, Muse?
Hump day.
Somewhere in between there. Probably like minus 1,550. Good number.
15,050 or 1,550?
15,050.
It's hump day.
Word is they just wanted to go to dinner. It had actually nothing to do with the draft. They just like Ohio State guys.
Lay the number.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
All right. We're going to cold call Mama Scone in 25 minutes. She doesn't know we're calling, but we're going to call her anyway. She's watching Drew right now. We got to check in on our brackets. I haven't looked to see how she's doing. Have you? Can you look?
No,
I
I
can.
can
You find
though.
out? Yeah. If you can find out, that'd be great. So we'll cold call Mama Scone in about 30 minutes. Jimmy will be here for our locks, all that stuff. As we continue on, we need a Wade watch drop.
All right, we'll get that.
Yep,
we'll get
like
that.
Panda Watch and Seton Watch. You're making me look like
Kiffin. There was Kiffin Watch. too.
Kiffin Watch.
Yeah.
Do you still have them? Where are they?
I took them off the button, so
Well,
I'd have to find them.
Got him! Panda jerk! Get out here, you panda jerk! You call the panda a jerk. Oh, man. Anyway. DJ Thomas. Seton Watch. You have the Kevin one.
Hold on.
Seton Watch. It's so stupid.
And isn't that why we just keep doing it?
Yes, of course. It's radio. It should be fun. That's why I dressed up like Chief Osceola and put my big ass on a horse after Alabama lost to Florida State. It's supposed to be fun.
You wanted to do that too.
Yes, because it's fun. Stop taking yourself so seriously. Kiffin Watch. All right, here you go. Clip this one, Muse. You ready?
Oh, hold on.
There you go. Hit record.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right, you rolling? All right. Wade. All right, splice that together, and let's see what Muse can come up with. The crown jewel of LSU's transfer portal class this last year was DJ Thomas from UNLV. He ended up playing in just 3 SEC games. One of the giant reasons why this season got totally derailed. Well, DJ Thomas is heading into the transfer portal on 3 with that news. So not in any way surprising, with the very strong likelihood that LSU is going to have a coaching change. You would imagine that this roster is going to get gutted. So we'll follow and see, but as these continue to develop. But DJ Thomas, we've learned on 3 reporting that Thomas is hitting the transfer portal. By the way, I don't know who Joe Giglio is. Muse told me that he's a guy that covers NC State, and Muse found this on Muse. Talk to me. You found this on YouTube.
Yeah, so he does a show with another Joe. Joe, forgive me, I don't want to butcher the
Ovies?
Ovies.
Ovies?
Yeah. So they both cover North Carolina sports. They like just in the state.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a podcast, a lot of subscribers, a lot of views. So
good. So Joe Giglio, I haven't heard this clip, but it's about the NIL money. He says that LSU's guaranteed NC State, that LSU is guaranteed Will Wade.
This is not a leverage play. This is not some pump fake.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like Will Wade is going to be LSU's next coach. I got a text yesterday at 1:20 when we were done. It said, "You're my guy, so I'm telling you, Wade is 100% going to LSU. Done deal." And I said, "Does like LSU have some like gigantic bag here, or like don't you think this is them trying to like get a stick up by Will Wade?" His answer was, "There's a $15 million NIL guarantee for next year's roster."
I will tell you that is false. I don't know who Joe Giglio is. I am telling you that is factually inaccurate. There is no guarantee at all for Will Wade coming to LSU for his NIL budget. And I will say that as definitively as I could possibly say it. Like, I am telling you, there is no $15 million guarantee. There is no guarantee. Now, you want to talk about what resources might be discussed? Okay, but there is no guarantee in that respect. I did like, remember you could always text me, 225-396-4400, 396-4400. Now, Dan Knowles texted the show and said, "Matt, I guess I'm in the minority, but I'm not happy about this Will Wade thing. To me, it's going to mean less money for Jay Johnson. In watching this year's team, my feeling is that he was on a reduced budget last year, and it's showing because our transfers are not top-level players. That's actually very astute. And Verge Osbury, in that interview, we referenced it several times, but in an interview he did with Tiger Rag a few weeks ago, he said in so many words, you have to decide what you want to be good at because you don't have the money to pay for everything. And so when you think about this, and we're going to get into this conversation deeper if, in fact, they do consummate this deal and end up with Will Wade as the coach, which I think it feels very likely at this point. But again, until it's done, it ain't done. But LSU football is always going to get whatever it needs. And Lane Kiffin, nobody's telling him no. Kim Mulkey is relentless. And she's going to fight to get what she needs as well. You add Will Wade to that mix, it is fair to wonder what happens with baseball as a priority. That's a fair question to ask, and I'm not telling you I have the answer right now. What I will say, and again, we're still operating some right now in hypotheticals because this deal is not done. It's close, and I do think, like, if you made me go to a ticket window and say, okay, Scone, you have to put all of your net worth, is Wade coming or not, I would say yes. Okay? I think there is an overwhelming chance that happens now. But again, there is no contract signed. There is no deal agreed in principle right now. Like, it's not done yet. But my opinion, a very educated opinion, is I do think they're going to get this done. But as we look at the resources, what is true and real right now is you don't have a limitless, an infinite amount of resources. And baseball has had to do more with less, which is odd because it's LSU baseball. But it's just, as everyone tries to navigate this third-party NIL and rev share world, there isn't as much to commit to baseball in rev share. And everyone's figuring out third-party NIL. So and by the way, when you start to calculate the sheer number of dead money on the books, like your boosters aren't, like LSU boosters aren't collectively paying a $54 million buyout and Ed Ogeron's for Kelly and finishing up Ed Ogeron's buyout. And you got all the assistants like Matt House. You're still paying Matt House his buyout. Like all these, and now it's going to be Matt McMahon if in fact he's fired, and you owe him and his staff $11 million. Like, the point is, you are going to have to find and continue to find more creative ways to generate revenue. I don't know what that's going to look like. I mean, you and I we've all read the story. Well, I know I've read the stories and seen what is being proposed and talked about and different ideas and things, but like, this is going to come to a head where like the straw house is going to get blown down. Like, you have got to find stability, financial stability within your athletic department, because you do not have it right now, to be very clear. So I don't know what that looks like. People way smarter than me are going to have to make those decisions and generate that revenue. But eventually, you're going to have to get your spending in check or dramatically increase your revenue or change your revenue model altogether. Like something like it's got to happen. It just has to happen. What you're doing is not sustainable. So what that looks like, I don't know, but I'd bet anything you're going to see it. You're going to see some type of dramatic change to be able to afford your lifestyle, because you want to keep winning, and losing is not going to be an option. Say, now we're just not going to commit to these sports because we just don't have enough. They're going to have to find creative ways to make it enough. And what that looks like, I don't know, but it'll be fascinating to see. All right, it's after further review. Let me knock out a break, come back, and Ross Jackson will be here at AFR.
After further review.
Hump Day shows are brought to you by Goodwood, men's sexual wellness, yourgoodwood.com. Yes, they do ED treatments. If you have ED, they can help. Not just a little blue pill. They got tons of different treatments to help. They also have HRT, hormone replacement therapy. Men, this isn't about your age as a number. It's about how you feel. And sometimes, I'm telling you from experience, you don't know how bad you feel until you start feeling good again. Go get your blood labs checked. Yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. And they've got peptides. You've heard me talk about peptides now for years. You're hearing everybody talk about it now. I actually take peptides. I take NAD+. I take BPC 157. There's so many different ways to maximize your body's natural systems to have you feel and function at your highest levels. It's affordable. Yourgoodwood.com. Yourgoodwood.com. Check them out. It's yourgoodwood.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Another roof gone too soon. Looks like neglect. There's no doubt about it. This is a case of poor installation. At Pelican Roofing, we don't guess. We investigate to find the real cause of your roof's problems. Call Pelican Roofing for your free roof investigation today. Case closed.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Ross Jackson joins us, LouisianaSports.net, Locked On Saints. Yo, man, how are you?
Hey, man, doing great. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. Okay, Zach Wilson added as a third quarterback, I would assume. What are we thinking here?
Yeah, no, I think you hit it right there. I don't think that this is a guy that comes in and has a humongous opportunity to compete for the backup role. He certainly doesn't compete for the starting role. That's completely sewn down. But he does give you a veteran player and a veteran presence to add to the locker room. The Saints had Taysom Hill kind of in that role last year, in addition to their 3 former quarterbacks on staff. And now I think with Taysom Hill not having been brought back to this point, Zach Wilson at least gives you a little bit of that here over the course of the offseason.
We've also noticed, Ross, and you tell me if I'm wrong on this, it feels like there is a pretty long list of receivers that the Saints are hosting. We know that this is a need position, but is this maybe more than what we've seen in recent years?
Yeah, I think what's really interesting about it, and sometimes this just happens because of who is making the information available and which agents are willing to talk about what players are getting, visits and things like that. But it is interesting to see so many of the reports that are out there and that we've been gathering over at LouisianaSports.net around the Saints pre-draft visits, conversations, private workouts, private meetings, all that. So many of them have been wide receivers, from Carnell Tate and other first-round guys like Mekhi Lemon. I'm sure eventually a guy like Jordan Tyson will end up on that list, to later round, kind of mid-round guys like Rajah Nelson, who might not even get drafted. They're spending some extra time with him at his pro day out of North Dakota State University. And then we see guys like Ted Hurst, who's a bit of a sleeper in this year's draft from a mid-round perspective, out of Georgia State. They're doing a lot of homework on wide receivers. And some of that might be perfectly normal, but the way that we're getting it via the news cycle feels abnormal. But it certainly does feel like there's a lot of work going to a single position here. And it kind of shows you that, the Saints are very much taking this wide receiver class very seriously.
Let's talk about Chris Bell. I know it's someone you and I have talked about in the past, and you've written about at LouisianaSports.net, but what you have published up there today kind of does feel very interesting and relevant as far as him as a target for the Saints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of campaigning for himself with the Saints, or to be a part of the Saints, by way of mentioning the way that apparently quarterback Tyler Shuck is campaigning for Chris Bell to join him here in New Orleans. The two were together in 2024 with the Louisville Cardinals and had a pretty solid year together. It was Chris Bell's best yards per catch season in his career was with Tyler Shuck, and it was his second best season after the catch as well in terms of per reception average. And so what that kind of shows you is that the things that Chris Bell did best, he did with Tyler Shuck, and Tyler Shuck's style of play clearly worked out for that. So the two have some desire to be reunited here in New Orleans, and it sounds like Tyler Shuck, who has also mentioned on podcast appearances himself, kind of confirmed that he has been making a case for Chris Bell to be a part of the New Orleans Saints next year. If the Saints want to do that, they might have to sprint for him at pick 42 if he doesn't creep into the bottom of the first round. He's a first-round talent, but he's coming off of that ACL injury. It sounds like he's going to be ready for training camp, though. So if the Saints are able to snag him in the second round, or even get lucky enough for him to fall into the third, that'd be a huge win for them.
Ross Jackson's with us at Ross Jackson NOLA. You also mentioned Mekhi Lemon, who's coming to visit New Orleans. What can you tell us about Lemon as a prospect and where he might fall in this draft?
Yeah, I mean, he's the best separator in this class in terms of finding his way open. Super high IQ player as well. Does a very good job working against zone coverage, which you're going to see not as much of in the NFL as you see in college, but you will still see quite a bit of it. And, is another guy that just plays with this real, my ball mentality. He's great in contested catch situations. The question is, are you okay with swinging on an outlier with production? He's a guy that falls, outside of the 30th percentile or lesser than the 30th percentile on most measurements, from height and weight to arm length and hand size. All of it, he's outside of those key, desirable percentiles and metrics there. And so you'd have to be okay with investing in an outlier early, because this is the guy that's projected to be one of the first 3 wideouts off the board. And I don't know if the Saints are in position to do that. And so you bring him in and you get an idea of, what he brings mentally to the game. And you're hoping that maybe some of those intangibles outweigh some of those tangible measurements that create that outlier tag for him. But he's a really talented player. There's no doubt about that.
It's no surprise the Saints are always interested in Ohio State players. And I think they took the entire team to dinner last night. So, right, let's maybe fill in some of the details there. Who was there? What should we make of this?
Yeah, we've heard names like Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs, Carnell Tate, right? These are some of the defensive stars that are a part of that Ohio State group that's set to kind of dominate the top of this draft. Linebacker Sonny Styles is another one that's in that category. And so they're, starting up that work that it takes pre-draft to potentially continue that Ohio State to New Orleans Saints pipeline that once ran very strong in the NFL draft. And so all of those guys, that I just named are first-round players. And that's the thing that's so incredible about this Ohio State defense, first of all, but this Ohio State draft class as a whole. And then you can get into, some of the conversation around the guys that maybe go a little bit later, like edge rusher Caden Curry, for instance, who doesn't get the same kind of publicity as, Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles and, these guys that are kind of standout defenders, but is in his own way a standout defender as well, somebody that can put his hand in the dirt and defend the run, but also stand up and rush the passer. There's a lot of opportunity here with this Ohio State roster, especially at Ohio State defense. And you add Carnell Tate and some of the other offensive options on top of it. There's a healthy class of Ohio State Buckeyes to consider here.
He's Ross Jackson, LouisianaSports.net, Locked on Saints, at Ross Jackson Nola, at Ross Jackson Nola, if you want to give him a follow. Ross, to move away from the draft, though, for a quick second, the first big wave of free agency is done. Is there anything else you're expecting between now and the draft in free agency?
Yeah, they're sitting with, I think it's now 72 players on the roster, and then you have an 8-person draft class that's set to happen here. So around 80 expected players by the time they get into undrafted free agency. And so it wouldn't surprise me if things continue to kind of stay quiet here for the team. I could see some potential returns that could still play out here. Ugo Amadi was another safety. The Saints brought back Terrell Burgess yesterday, or we're waiting for that to be official, but that was the report. I've heard that that's kind of headed towards a one-year deal there. And then you've got, Ugo Amadi and some other defensive players that could potentially be on their way back as well. And then, of course, you're watching out for Cam Jordan. And so I think that it's going to be a little bit more reunion re-signing more than it's going to be kind of fresh faces. Although, look, the wide receiver position has not been one that has gotten overly depleted in free agency. It's actually moved surprisingly slow. And so that could be a place where the dam breaks a little bit and potentially the Saints get involved in that as that market settles. And then maybe cornerback, guys like Mike Hilton, who has a lot of experience being a nickel corner. He's just got to prove that he's healthy coming off the knee injury. If they can get some of those questions answered, then maybe that's a place where some new faces end up showing up. But right now, I think it would be any action that happens between now and the draft is probably going to be a little bit more geared towards in-house guys sticking around.
Top 30 visits in full swing, pre-draft workouts, pro days, all that stuff. You get free coverage at LouisianaSports.net. Of course, Locked on Saints podcast or YouTube. Subscribe Locked on Saints. He's Ross Jackson. Always appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you having me. You take care. Stay safe. Talk to you soon.
All right, be well. It is After Further Review, brought to you by Arco Power Systems, ARCCO, Arco.com, Arco.com. Remember, we're talking about industrial Generac generator power with Arco Power Systems. Really impressive business. If you've heard us talk about Arco over these many months now that we've had the opportunity to talk about Arco, my goodness. They just signed their lease in Houston. It goes far west as San Antonio, Mobile, up to Little Rock, Dallas, Austin. I mean, we're talking nursing homes, grocery chains, hospitals, hotels, banks, chemical plants, gas stations, universities, governments, municipalities. These are generators built for business. And they like to say at Arco, our business is your business. ARCCO, Arco.com, Arco.com. Arco is the backbone that supports the region when people are getting through a storm and a large-scale power outage. And they work 24/7 during disasters. But anytime when the power goes out and your business needs to stay online, you want Arco Power Systems. ARCCO, Arco.com, Arco.com, Arco.com. All right, y'all, glad you're hanging out with us here. This is After Further Review. Much of the conversation today naturally is centered around Jay Johnson, around Will Wade, and the possibility of his return to Baton Rouge as we continue to follow that story as it's sort of evolving right now. We did report, if you weren't here at the top of the show, that Wade earlier today had a meeting with the NC State brass. This is amid all of the LSU conversations that are percolating. It's my understanding that NC State, as I was told this morning, within 24 hours or so, was expected to prepare a significant offer to try to keep Will Wade there in Raleigh, while LSU is working to bring Heath Schroyer, the McNeese AD, to Baton Rouge. That would sort of fall in line with, the word you're going to hear a lot is alignment from the governor, Lee Mallett, who's the president of the Board of Supervisors, Dr. Wade Roos, who's the president of the LSU system, who are all aligned on bringing Will Wade back to Baton Rouge. You add Heath Schroyer in place, that gives Will Wade his ally within the athletic department. Listen, we've talked about it a ton, but a year ago when the governor and Lee Mallett tried to put this in place, Verge Osbury, with Scott Woodward, were not on board with bringing Will Wade back. And so Scott is gone, and Verge is in that seat now. And my understanding is Verge's opinion there hasn't changed. So this is really a matter of, as we've talked about, a matter of who is ultimately going to get their way. And it seems like the governor, the chairman of the Board of Supervisors, and the president of the university are the ones that are swinging the bigger stick to get their way here. But for Will, I mean, this matters, and I think it's something that's often understated. It matters to coaches who they work for. It's very hard. Remember back to the football search when Brian Kelly was fired and then Scott Woodward was out. It was very difficult to try to begin a coaching search without a full-time athletic director because a coach is going to want to know who they're working for. And in this instance, if you were going to bring Will Wade back, he would want an ally in that athletic administration, and Heath Schroyer would provide that. That's why you're hearing that, and that's something that's been in the works for as long as they've had this conversation. I mean, it's been a year. So could this be the time that they push it across the finish line? Continue to follow it. All right, it's After Further Review. We're glad you're hanging out with us here. Hump Day Show is brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. We'll knock out a quick break and continue on AFR.
After Further Review.
Get Gordon. Get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You've been injured in an accident. It's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for more than 30 years. GetGordon.com. 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 It's Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Always encourage you to go to the website. It's a great resource. Listen, perhaps you prefer to talk to someone. That's totally cool. If you've been in an accident, talk to someone. It's easy. Go to the website. You can call the 888-8888, 888-8888. Or you can go to the website, getgordon.com. Bottom right of the website, you see a little text bubble. You can click right there and you'll be chatting instantly with someone there on Gordon's team. Getgordon.com, getgordon.com. And, the thing we always tell you about is the amazing success stories that Gordon and his team are able to tell. You go to the website, you can hit the client testimonials, and you see real stories from actual clients who have had success with Gordon and his team, and you could be next. So go to getgordon.com. Get Gordon. Get it done.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Championships are won with preparation, and so are great roofs.
Coach is tough on us about preparation, and Paris brings that same championship mindset. Do business with someone you know.
Paris Construction and Roofing.
ParisBuilt.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
Sometimes you ignore the signs.
even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Supreme Jasmine is premium American-grown rice. From local farms to your table, every grain is supreme. Pick up a bag of Jasmine or any other of our Supreme American rice.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Oh, we got text bubbles, Muse. Let's see. Okay, caller. I know, Mama's going. I was like, can we call? So we're calling my mom for a bracket update. If you're not familiar, every year in the bracket challenge, my mom and I go head to head. We have some business to attend to here. Now that we're into the Sweet 16 round, and last week we did our picks before the tournament started. We asked you all for suggestions on what our wager should be. So I need to run some of this by my mom. So we're going to cold call her. Muse called her at the break. She didn't answer. She's at our house. She's at my house right now watching Drew because Erica had a fair committee meeting to go to. So Mama Scone's at the house with Drew. This will be interesting. Hey, Mom. What was happening? Hey, Mom. What's happening?
Well, no, nothing. I'm here with Drew.
I know. How's he doing?
He's fine. Watching the iPad.
Sounds great. What's he watching?
Yeah. I don't know what he was watching. He was watching Sneezes before.
Oh.
Who? Oh, Charles Hannegriff.
Oh, he's watching Charles Hannegriff.
Yeah.
What else has he been watching?
Sneezes.
Yep. He likes to watch
sneezing.
people sneeze. He goes down the YouTube rabbit hole watching people sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on brand. On brand for Drew.
Yeah.
How's your bracket doing?
I don't know. I haven't checked it. I checked it the other day, and I don't remember what it was, but I don't know. Do you know how I'm doing?
No.
Oh, am I? Well, you don't know. I was gonna say, am I beating you? I don't know. I think there were a few upsets that the topper ranked people that
the topper ranked people. Yep.
Topper teams. Sorry, not teams. Well, they're people.
You also said topper. You also said topper. You said the topper ranked people.
The upper ranked, the higher ranked.
You are awesome at the basketball lingo, Mom. Tell you what. Let's see. So your Final Four, you have Duke beating Michigan. So your champion is still alive.
Okay.
However, you did have Gonzaga in the Final Four.
I did see they lost.
And they out. Yeah. Now, that's the bad news.
I did see that the other day, yeah.
I got good news for you, however.
What's that?
The good news for you is that I had Florida winning the national championship, and they're out.
Uh-huh. Oh, really?
Yeah, they're out. So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. Not
did
good.
I have them in the Final Four?
No, you had Gonzaga, Michigan, Duke, and Houston. So your final now your West region is a mess.
Okay.
I think you've lost. Yeah, every team you picked in the West region has been eliminated. They're all out.
Good.
Yeah, so you're done there.
That's not good.
That's not good. However, your East region is perfect so far.
Really?
Yeah. So you still
I
have,
know some stuff, huh?
no, you don't. You have everybody in play there. You did have Florida, advancing to the Elite Eight, so you're out there. But you're still in pretty good shape in the Midwest also. So I'm going to need you to log in to the contest page to see your standing. What I can tell you is that I am doing okay, Mom, out of the 340 people in our bracket challenge. I'm 35th.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm doing pretty good. Here you go, Cassie. If you can pull that up, you can feel free there. There's my stats right there. So I've gotten 38 of 48 correct. I'm 35th out of 340 people, which is pretty good. But again, the real challenge that I'm going to have the rest of the way is my champion is out. So I need the rest of my Final Four to stay intact, and I need your champion, Duke, not to win the championship. So,
okay.
Yeah, because that's a surefire way.
Still in it?
That's a surefire way for you to beat me. What?
Is Michigan still in?
Yeah, Michigan's still in. Yeah, so
Okay,
that's what I'm
'cause
saying.
That's
You're
what I have in the championship game.
Yes,
Right.
Three
Duke
of
and
your
Michigan?
3 of your 4 are intact. You don't have.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, Gonzaga's out.
Okay.
And for me, Florida's out. But I had Florida going further. So what are we going to wager here? Some people suggested we asked for people to put in suggestions. Someone said that if I lose, I should have to come to your house and do chores like when I was a kid. and that if you lose, that you'd have to like babysit or something like that and I get a weekend away with Erica or something.
Okay.
I mean, you kind of watch Drew all the time anyway, so that doesn't feel like I'm really winning.
No. I don't know. That's it? That's the only suggestion?
I mean, I could go back and find some others. I don't think that many of them were actually really good,
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of creativity in the mix.
There's not a lot of chores to do at my house since it's
Yeah.
just, me and Dad and Gramps. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well.
And I don't want to do anything like drinking a beer or something like that because, I don't drink and I don't want to eat any more hot wings. And
Yeah, you did that once.
did that already.
Let's see. Yeah, no, that's about it. We're not getting many others as far as the suggestions. I think people were not super
not helpful.
No, kind of going through them, not finding many helpful ones. So I guess we'll just have bragging rights then.
Yeah, that's good. Bragging rights is good.
It's way better when
I've only
there's
beat
something.
you twice, right?
Yeah, I think twice is how it's gone.
I don't know how many years we've done it now.
A long time. I mean, it's been certainly since because I remember one time you came and co-hosted the show with me.
Right.
The year.
That was the first time I won.
Was it? I thought that was the time when Sister Jean and all them had their run with Loyola. No?
I don't
Well,
know.
we've
He was
been in
the
this
old studio.
Well, so I was going to say, we've been in this studio, the video studio, since 2017.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah,
It was
so
before that.
Yeah, so it's been at least 9 years, or 10, almost 10 years at least since the first time that you won. So, all right, I won't make you eat any hot wings, but then again, I mean, you may beat me. I mean, if Duke goes on to win it, you get a Duke Michigan championship game, which you could beat me. So, Mom, here's your shot. You come up.
I need to.
You got to come up with something.
Log on and see where. Okay.
You got to come up with something.
Let me think about it. Let me think about it a little bit, and then we'll come up with something good.
Hey, what did you think about that High Point upset?
That was amazing.
Yep. What about that finish to the Kentucky Santa Clara game?
I don't know.
What'd you think about that no technical call in the Florida Iowa game?
Well, that was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, awful.
I was not watching.
I know. Hey, what are you eating for dinner tonight? Panade meat?
No, I took out some hamburger steaks.
That's one. Hamburger steaks with the gravy and the onions and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Been eating that for 40 years. So good.
I like hamburger steaks.
Yeah, me too. It's great.
Well, yeah, and they were when I made them. I made extras, and so I froze some and I took it out because I knew I was going to be here with Drew. So when I get done, once you get home, I will go feed Gramps.
Okay, love that.
Yep.
Can you maybe put us on speaker? Let's talk to Drew here for a second.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah, see what he's got going on.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
terrible picture, man. I'm just looking at the TV now.
Oh, he's
Say
watching
hi.
TV.
Okay, he's right here.
Hey, bud. What are you doing?
What are you doing? iPad.
You watching the iPad? Hey, who are you watching on the iPad?
Hey, everybody. Who's on the iPad? Big Bird.
Big Bird. It's Big Bird. Okay, all right. Drew's watching Big Bird on the iPad. That sounds like a hell of a good time. Well, you enjoy watching Big Bird on the iPad. Thank you, Mom. I appreciate you watching Drew. We'll be home in a little bit.
Okay, buddy.
I'll relieve you so you can go about your day.
Okay.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too. Talk to you later. All right, that is the one and only, the incomparable Mama Scone. I think she's got a shot this year. She went chalk.
Sounds like she does.
She went chalk in her bracket.
And so did you.
But I went chalk because I had the knowledge that a year ago, 4 1 seeds made the Final Four.
Yeah.
And because of the advent of the transfer portal, I think that has permanently weakened the mid-majors. I just don't think we're going to see as many Cinderellas anymore. So I went chalk intentionally for that reason. She just went and picked all the people with the higher numbers.
2 different strategies, same result. Would this be the third time? If
Yeah.
she is number 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to get her score though. I need her to log in and I don't know how to I don't know how to go into the contest and look up someone else's score to search for it. And on the page that it reflects, where you're just looking at the leaderboards, if you go to leaders, well, I wonder if I made a group. Would you have to enter?
Yeah, I looked at the group thing too earlier when
Yeah.
I was trying to find her bracket.
Yeah, she's on there as she's not on there as Mama Scone, which she used to be. She's on there as like Darlene Moscone, so it's probably like abbreviated. But anyway, I just really don't want to lose to her. But then again, it's good for the bid if she wins every now and again. You got to keep them interested. You can't win all the time. You got to lose every now and again. It's like pro wrestling. You know, the good guys got to lose so you can win. You got to lose the belt so you can win it back. If you keep the belt forever, it's boring. You got to lose so you can win it back. All right, it's after further review. Brought to you by Parish Construction Roofing. ParishBuilt.com, ParishBuilt.com, ParishBuilt.com. Do business with someone you know. Parish Construction and Roofing. That's me, Ontario, Richard Tilley, Joe Morales, our great team over there at Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need a roof repair, replacement, we can help you out. Gutters, soft wash, we do it all. ParishBuilt.com, ParishBuilt.com. And, of course, we're Louisiana's very first certified fortified roofing company. If you want to learn more about a fortified roof, the benefits of installing a fortified roof, and the potential insurance premium benefits if you install a fortified roof at your home, we'd love to help you out there. Go to ParishBuilt.com, ParishBuilt.com. Do business with someone you know. Parish Construction and Roofing, ParishBuilt.com. Okay, it is after further review. Final break of the show. We'll come back. Jimmy will be here for Auto Locks. We'll find out what we're betting on tonight. Don't you move.
AFR.
You buy everything online. I bought a cold plunge chiller online. Bought lunch online today, as a matter of fact. Had a DoorDash lunch. Forgot to bring my lunch. Buy clothes online. Furniture online. You buy everything online. Why not a pool? Duplessis Builders makes that happen. Go to DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net. It is actually a very cool function. Like, if you're thinking of designing or buying a pool, I would totally go check this out. Even if you just want to see a really cool function to tool around with on the website, if you ever thought about a pool, go to DuplessisBuilders.net, hit the Pick Your Pool Now button right there on the homepage. You do it for pools or outdoor kitchens. There's 11 pool designs. Pick whichever design you want, and then you go through and choose all your finishes. Tiling, coping, lights, all that sort of stuff. It's right there at the website, DuplessisBuilders.net. DuplessisBuilders.net.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch, we come final segment here on this Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. We do have an update from Mama Scone. She logged in and looked at her picks. Remember I told you I'm 35th out of 340?
Yeah.
Mama Scone, 275th.
Oh, no.
Out of 340.
Oh, so it's not going well.
It's not going well at all.
No.
No, it's not. It's not really going. Maybe I was looking at her bracket from last year or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's not going super hot. But she does have her champion still in play. And my champion is out at Florida. So she's got Duke. She can make some hay. All right, it's after further review. Find out what we're betting on tonight. Time for Outer Locks.
Outer Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
You Otter, what up?
Paid Mama Scone? Oh. Come on, man. Who's she like in the NIT tonight?
I don't think Mama Scone has a pick in the NIT.
No.
Her claim to fame in this bracket challenge she and I have done all these years, however, she had Loyola, the sister Jean Loyola team. She had Loyola in the Final Four that year. And
Catholic, of course.
That's if she sees a Catholic school or some relation to Louisiana or something like that, then she'll just pick it. And she picked Loyola. Probably my dad went to law school at Loyola, New Orleans. She probably thought that was Loyola, New Orleans.
No, I remember she had Villanova in '84.
She was all over it.
Yes.
She was, huge.
Love Rolly Massimino.
Rolly, that was it. I was trying to think. I was like the big Italian name. Yep.
Yeah, Rolly Massimino had the priest at the end of the bench the whole time. Like
huge.
If he would get into interaction with the official, he'd point to the priest. Come on now. Come on.
Big St. John's fan as well.
Yes, there you go. Patino. So lowest paid coach left in the tournament. How about that? Ricky Pitino.
I think he's doing okay.
I think so too. I wonder if he's going to wear that ice cream salesman suit, all white, to tomorrow night. We will have some action tomorrow, man. Yes, indeed, for Sweet 16. So I'll throw you the Friday picks too, because I'm taking a day off. Parents' weekend this weekend.
At a bit.
Got to do all that. So Parents' weekend at Tuscaloosa is kind of like a father-son spring break. So anyway. We'll try and get through it. Let's get to the NIC tonight. We split last night. We're going to take Dayton. The only favorite we're going to take, they're at home, and they support their team. They have been on a roll. All they did was lose to VCU at the end. So Dayton Flyers laying 7.5 with former Alabama coach and VCU coach Anthony Grant. And then we're going to take in a night game, Nevada plus 8.5 in the night win. And we're going to give you a little sprinkle on opening day. Got to have Netflix. The only problem is the MLB is not the NFL product, so the Yankee fans are not happy about this. But we're going to take the Yankees. Max Fried, Ace Seminara, gave it to us on the show earlier this week.
Yankees on the money line, minus $1.22 as it sits right now. Where are you tomorrow, Otter?
We are at the original walk-ons getting ready for the big tailgate party for the Zach Bryan festivities on Saturday.
All right, man. We appreciate it. Enjoy the night. Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, we'll see you, Otter. All right, we'll do it for us here. Muse Cassie, thanks. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow at 3.
AFR.
Getting on down the road, let me remind you about First South Farm Credit. If you're thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. Man, you hear Ben McDonald do his ad read for First South Farm Credit, the former first overall pick in the Major League Baseball draft. His first call was First South Farm Credit. David DeLucci, when he wanted to buy land, his hunting property, called First South Farm Credit. Terrio out there thinking about buying land. Who did he call? He called Tim and my friends at First South Farm Credit. Thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. Go to firstsouthland.com, firstsouthland.com. They've been helping Louisianians buy land since 1916. 110 years doing one thing. And by the way, they can help you buy land anywhere in the lower 48. So if you're thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. firstsouthland.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
I definitely trust the lake to take care of my body. Being the smallest person on the court, I just have to be in a lot better shape than everyone else, just being quicker and faster. Just having that trust on and off the court is going to help you win a lot more games.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
If your office is experiencing performance issues,
Like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files? Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.